Mend your pace, sway to the beat. Hands up, embrace who you wanna be. We're reaching heights unseen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Feel the fire deep within. You're the key to where my trust begins. Join my dream, it's just the right time. Whoa, whoa, leave it all behind. Get ready now. Rise up into my world. Renew your definition. World so high, let me show. And hear my declaration. No more ties. Off the ground and tap your feet. Look, stars are near when you feel the beat. We're bound for a greater height. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take a leap into the place. Don't lose yourself in mundanity. Join my dream, it is the right time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Leave it all behind. Get ready now. Sing along. Welcome to my world. Renew your definition. World so high, let me show. And hear my declaration. No more ties. Leave it all behind. Welcome to my world. Renew your definition. World so high, let me show. Now hear my declaration. Welcome to my world. Renew your definition. World so high, we'll show. And go beyond the horizon. Side by side.
You're tough, but it's never been about you. You're free, but cement your feet a statue. Your rules, but you'd rather make up something. You're dead, you were never good for nothing. Double negatives leading me in circles. Twist infinity, you drive me insane. Hit hard, a broken wall. Hit hard, I gave it all. Hit hard, a family tie. Oh, but you'd rather just fight.
Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's had a good day today. Good day, good day. That song was actually kind of fitting. Because I discovered today that there was actually a 3D PV that I did not watch from the 5.5 year anniversary of Arknights, which is gonna be some good shit, I'm hoping. Look at this, even the little snippets. Oh, 3 minutes of ungodly goodness. I'm ready for this. Whew. Hey Agio, how's it going? Hope you're well. Also, another great day today because there was the F1 race, which was kind of interesting to watch. Frickin' Verstappen just driving Lando off the frickin' track. And Chapter 14 also just got its PV uploaded on the official account. Ooh, really? Hoddle. Did it actually? I think I might have seen it though. I think I might have actually seen this PV. Arknights. It's probably just now that it's English, right? Wait. Oh, it's only a teaser trailer. Damn it. Oh my god, it's loud. Stop. The teaser trailer for the animation coming out soon. Oh, hang on, you wouldn't have heard that. Actually, that's good. That's good you didn't hear that because you would have got blasted away. We're good. I guess we'll watch this. It's a trailer too. A preview. I'm just looking. Absolved will be the Seekers. Yep, there it is. Oh, there's two different versions. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me collect these. Let me collect. There's a couple. There is definitely a couple. There's an AMIA version and a W version. These usually aren't that different, but we'll grab them anyway. I'm just going to mute because they're probably going to blast people's ears. 1 second. Stop. And stop. And stop. Alright, here's the official one. Let's just watch the W one. I don't think we need to watch the AMIA one. I think I've watched these anyway. Alright, let's start off. You know what? I'm going to leave 5.5 to the last one. Let's watch Rise from the Ember. Music can now be turned off. Alright, let's give this a watch. Let's just turn it down because it was blastingly loud. Alright, here we go. So this is the anime. Now, they didn't announce a release date for the anime, so I'm guessing this is getting delayed into next year. Because usually they release about now, November-ish. But the fact that they didn't have a release date to announce at the anniversary means it's probably been delayed. But yeah, here we go. What? Oh, I muted the tab. Oops. There we go. Okay, now we're good. No? Tab's still muted? What? Oh, I must have double clicked. Here we go. Ooh, gonna get some Hoshiguma goodness. Oh, Rosmontis has a huge part in this upcoming story bit. Mate! Why do they say now in production also? That's kind of weird. Well, wasn't it already in production like ages ago? Pretty sure it was. Pretty damn sure it was. Alright, Absolved will be the Seekers. This is episode 14 that we'll be playing immediately pretty much after we finish what we're on now, episode 13. Turn it down a little bit. Here we go. Did I mute this tab too? I don't think I did. Yeah. Dude, it sounds all these little.
Storm flame. I'm leading the squad.
Ooh,
No problem. I've got plenty of experience.
I remember her.
The myriad souls have long departed, but our souls.
Dude, this
still
is such a
live
hype
in
song.
us.
It's so good.
If the deceased require guidance on their journey to the other side, then I am willing to become the ferryman of the sarcasm.
My boy. Do, 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 do.
Say my name, Doctor. We should help. Not some code being picked out of a pile of sticks anymore. It's my name.
Oh my god, her English? What? Oh, is this a skin? Wait, who was that for? Thorns? Oh, the best skin in the game. She looks so good. Actually, Blue Poisons looks pretty good too.
The red velvet of light props up this dead diamond.
Dude, they're in love with Skadi, man. How many skins and altars and... God.
Trembles.
Ooh.
The stream murmurs. I understand how they feel now much better than I used to.
Well, definitely getting that skin too. I love this as well. Oh, it was Savage, I think. Pretty sure that's Savage. Dude, from all the little quotes that are getting popped up, oh my god, it's Teresa. It sounds like...
Time will close wounds
Oh yeah, that's right.
and mend scars.
She becomes playable for some reason that we don't know yet. Dude, she looks so good!
The flames of hatred still spread. I'll try to extinguish them.
Let's go, bunny.
How many times it takes.
Damn. No, this story's gonna be sick.
So, Doctor,
Oh?
please continue to stay with Amia and Kaltzit.
Oh, controversy. How do we say Kaoji? Do we say Kaoji or do we say Kaozit? Kaozit in English, Kaoshi in Japanese, and I'm pretty sure Kaoji in Chinese too. But no, all the little quotes that were coming up, it sounds like W is going to go off the deep end a little bit, which I mean, she was kind of already off the deep end, but let's go further. Why not? Why not? All right, here's the animated one from W's view. Pew, 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 pew.
私にはね、言えなかった言葉があるのよ。あの人、いつだって遠く高いところで、一人で何もかもを
Oh yeah, it looks like Teresa says something to W.
第14章、
Oh.
慈悲高等。見てなさい。絶対に伝えるから。あなたは、あなたに。変化。
Interesting. Interesting. Things are happening. I feel like things are already happening in episode 13. And it's reminiscent of Kate Sith. Kate Sith? Why? Who is Kate Sith? JP name is Kelsey, so I'll go with Kalshi. Yeah, honestly, I don't like the hard T in her name. I think I prefer the Kalshi. All right, here we go. Final Fantasy thing. So this is the 5.5 year anniversary 3D PV. So I know some people might be like, I don't want spoilers or anything because this is still 6 months out. So this is your warning, your 5-second warning before we play this. But yeah, I'm gonna giving time, and now we are going to play it. Il Siracusa V2. Let's go. I don't think there's any English subtitles, so we're not really going to know what's happening, but we'll get to see things. Suzerain's mama.
ずいぶん待たせちゃったかな。シラクーザ、僕に会いたかった。ほら、一緒にカウントダウンしよう。
She gonna fly or something? She's turning in. Ooh. Ooh, pretty. Dude, her ears are massive. Some masquerade going on. Jeez, can these two just get a room? At this point, come on. I'm waiting for her to change into a different mode, man. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, she ain't beat. Oh. Oh, here comes the glow up. Oh my god, that looks dope. Oh my god, they're gonna end it there. She's not even gonna send her little flying swords out? Really? Ah. Damn. Damn. I need more of that. Give me more of that, man. Whoa. Whoa. Ah, that's good shit. I forgot if it's Irish or Scottish or Welsh. Oh, you're still talking about the other thing, right? They look like sisters. You know, who knows? Maybe. They could be sisters. You never know. All right. I think it is time that we jump in to the actual game. It's on mute. Boom. Loud music. Let's go. So I am still dealing with the cursor issue, but that's okay. We can work around that. Boom. Boom. There you go. Now it's full screen. Where is the official PV? What do you mean the official PV? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Unless you mean the, like, what content is going to be in it PV. I watched that 2 days ago. Or if you want the official video of that one, it'll be on Bilibili. That was animation PV. I think the official PV is also on Bilibili. Yeah. I am curious why Suzerain's mum's gonna be in Syracuse though. That doesn't make sense to me. Unless she's like a weird mafia boss or something. That could be interesting. Alright. Oh yeah, we left it off on a boss, didn't we? What-whoa. What-whoa. Alright, let's have a look what we're gonna have to deal with here. Do we have artillery? We do have artillery. Okay, we could just attempt the same thing again, honestly, as we did yesterday, where we just try and not deploy all of our stuff at once. It's usually a good strat. Oh, we're not in difficult mode. Difficult mode, please. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is fine. No, don't show it again. I'm doing this on purpose, game. Why are you warning me? Because Suzumum is a mafia person that like was established in Suzerain's files. Oh. Oh damn, okay, that could be interesting. Everyone just trying to kill Lapland's family for some reason. Just looking through, I think we want to make changes. I don't think Executor has the range to be that beneficial to us. I think I bring Fiametta. Actually, it does mean we have two. Yeah, we have two like super long range peeps. Let's bring Rosmontis for her 3 skill. I think the rest of this is all good though. 2 tanks. A lot of fast drops. Yeah, let's go. And a Higashi priest? Okay, I don't know what a Higashi priest is. The fog grows thicker. The entire forest seems to swim in it. I confess I'm not so familiar with Kazdel at all. By the end of the Banshees' court's part in the war 200 years ago, I was gone from that city. It was in the Cornivalis of the Banshees I came of age. I'd asked my mother why, being one of our 6 heroes, she would choose to leave Kazdel, the city she once fought to the bitter end for. My mother issued no response at the time. She plucked a few reeds from the riverbank and wove a necklace for me. Their stems twisted about each other, head to tail, tail to head. It was beautiful, and I treasured it in the most genuine sense. Yet very soon, it withered and faded and fell to scattered pieces. My mother told me how this was the Banshee's most traditional art form. We weave song and incantation, just as we weave necklaces of grass. But now, we had the entire Convalis. They needed not be foraged, needed not be bothered, and so year after year they grew forever. We Banshees sang our elegies, but the elegies were no supplication of the end, rather they were anticipation of new life. There is the Sarkaz's need not to hold a dead city standing, but to grow. Oh. Okay, interesting. It would have made her get involved with that. Damn, okay, I didn't know anything about that kind of stuff. Interesting. This is a highly disconcerting environment, Doctor. We were in the thick of a forest only moments ago. What laid before us became nothing alike as the fog settled in. Convalis. Is this all an illusion, Logos? The Doctor is considerably wounded, but their tone of voice is steadied once more. Ascalon silently carries the still unconscious Amia, taking the very front. She remains as ever, lips sealed, but I can sense that her current silence is a more bleak one than before. I remember, at the time of her hurried rendezvous with me, that flicker of an expression I found hard to discern. Mirages are spun from nothingness. Their scenes are more fictions in the mind, bound to return to nihil in no matter how lifelike. But this place is not. Everything here truly did exist once upon a time. Constructing a mirage like this requires not just intelligence and information, but time and space. It's too difficult. A bone whistle. I know this Convalis. I've always loved it. Yes, the whistle of the Banshees. It doesn't necessarily entail Adrigenium arts. When we were young, we'd learn it by the riverside. We'd sit among the underbrush and wait still, until great fin gobbled small bug, until foul beast snatched up great fin. That is when the bone whistle is played. What's this scenery doing here? How do we get out? I'm trying. Originium Arts hasn't this power. Has he always spoken this like... The way he's forming sentences are a little bit weird. The power this is of can only be something more ancient. But it shouldn't come about in this battlefield at this moment, not on Londinium's periphery. Everything we're seeing and hearing could pass for real. Our squad is not in good condition. We need to up our vigilance. At the Cornvalis' other end, there seems to stand someone, dead still, silent. Oh, it's his mum. Mother? Logos, what's wrong? Nothing. I say try to tear this landscape apart directly. It carries some risk, but it's the best solution. I don't know whether it'd be safe to leave this place, Ascalon. Ascalon nods, handing Amia over to the Doctor, who strains to hold her up by the arm that isn't hurt. Ascalon, Master Assassin, vanishes in a blink into the mist. I shut my eyes and prepare, conceiving of destruction, imagining reconstruction. But the figure appears again, this time atop one of the Convalis' crests. She seems to be looking at me, but she is as if a thin slice of the past, stuck, frozen in some older time. I know that crest full well. When I was young, I would practice incanting there, until twilight fell and she would show up behind me. I'd never know when exactly she had come, but she would just stand there, as she does now in this mirage. And once I exhausted myself, we would go home together. You make a good point. His magic is all just being wordy. I feel for my bone whistle. It's cold as bale ice, just like the time I was first given it. Not long ago I sounded it to the closure of Demazi's court. But the time before that was back in this Convalis. Is she actually going to speak? I'll be leaving tomorrow for Babel. Yes, You're master of the Elgiak court now. Remember to send Her Highness Teresa my greetings. It still doesn't feel real to me, Mother. I'm too young to be master of a royal court. Now, what makes you say that? Anyone could see how remarkable you are. Keep this safe. Oh? Your bone whistle. I've tuned it for you and given it a royal court crest. And of course, a kiss full of magic too. Alright. Simply sound it, and all the Sarkaz will know it is the will of the Nell. Mother, what should a Lord of the Banshees do? Do what you believe you must. I once talked to you about those ravings of mine. The fettered Sarkaz have no escape, just as the necklaces you used to weave together for me became naught but pieces in the end. Yet what fetters us is our identity, to what we belong. The royal court and, perhaps, the king of Sarkaz. But still you bestow this aspect on me. Our rotting bones will never again be given new life, should annihilation reach its destination. And yet, that is the rule. We sound the knell for all, for others, for ourselves. But it is a necessary burden. If you feel our time-worn inheritance has been reduced to naught but a stepping stone to new life, then it is for you to ascertain that yourself. Supposing that does not change your mind. Then, from death comes new life. I rest the whistle to my lips. My now, well done. O tender little lord of the Banshees, for whom does your first fledgling knell toll? For myself. For the royal court that would rot past and future all. Elegiic. I'm gonna say it's that. The Sarkaz must write a new verse. What meaning is there in a stagnant landscape? With the words, power bursts forth. Oh, he broke out? Okay. Now who caused it? This is the vampire's witchcraft. But the vampire could never construct the landscape we were just in. I fear there's some other presence helping him. What is the vampire planning to do with these art circles? Laboring to keep Amia supported, the doctor lifts their head with some worry, taking in the giant sanguine-colored crystals. The loop here isn't even complete, but some of its symbols are legible. Purify. It's trying to affect our blood somehow. Affect Sarkaz blood. This artistry is tied to the Sarkaz's power. The doctor gives no response, seemingly lost in thought. It's Paprika, right? Hey. Wait, did she set it up? Uh-oh. Heh, they finally ran out of patience. I detected them long ago, a handful of boorish wanderers. The derangement of our space-time was masking their figures, and now, with the mist abated, they finally show themselves. Oh! Ascalon, hold! Ascalon, hold! Already, the silver glint in Ascalon's hand has cut across their necks, while bone-writ incantation blocks their attack. A clump of dirt? It's crude as a child would be. Wait. I told you they were real. Those ghosts were the real deal. Ah, it is a child. Is that you? Does the doctor know this Sarkaz girl? You're that, doctor, right? I saw you once in the munitions factory in Highbury. What are you doing here? And the knocked out Cordus and Sarkaz? You were supplying goods to refugees in Norport. How did you know that? Don't let it slip. I was just, I don't think that Cordus girl is looking too good, is she? And your arm is all... I'm gonna guess you guys are fine hanging out with these Sarkaz. I think we ended up back where we came. But do we do it for real this time? I've met enough hallowed monster things for one day. This is out of whack. Paprika, what are you talking to the ghosts for? One in a hood, one unconscious bunny, and a Sarkaz. No, driver, they're real. As in, real? The Sarkaz steps up to me, skeptically looking me up and down. I can tell with a glance that she's never taken to the battlefield. Her hands are calloused in the wrong places. Just now, did the young Paprika girl call her driver? Hello? Blah! Miner, come check this out. It's real. Your clothes must have cost some money, didn't they? Maybe take a closer look. Nah, never mind. Trust you us bumpkins not to know. Quit it with the, ooh, I'm from Casdell already, shopkeep. Like you matter. All you do there is run a grocery store. Oh wait, forgot. You sold your store so you can come pick fights out here. Huh. Shape up a little. Stop getting carried away in front of people. Hello. You may have met me in Casdell before. My grocery store was a fairly popular one. The man nicknamed Shopkeep rubs his hands, eyeing me with ingratiation. Ingratiation? His dagger is equipped with an auxiliary originium arts control apparatus. Never an affordable piece of kit. A shame it's all new, dagger itself included. You must be part of the royal court, yes? I can tell by your regalia. I take it you're the child of soil and stone? So he hasn't the first clue about any court at all. I am a banshee. A boy banshee? I thought banshees were meant to be all girls. Correct. Huh. Never heard about any boy banshee while I was in Casimir's. Not that I mean to be impolite or, you know. Paprika, you're friends with celebrities like him and you never told us. No, I don't know if we know each other. Are you moving things? Inside their truck, I notice an uncovered spot where a few blood-streaked crystals are poking out. Where are you transporting these goods to? Aren't these ritual materials? I don't really know how to explain. We're just patrolling along our route map, because some art circles might be a little damaged and we need to repair them. Oh, so they are the ones that set this up. Ooh. As an op, she's kind of dog water. I haven't actually tried her as an operator yet. True, yeah. Sarkaz. Well, is she actually? Yeah, no, she's. Wait, is she Sarkaz? I'm gonna assume she's Sarkaz, but it looks like she has ears, but I think that's her hair. But yeah, no, people that actually think for themselves instead of just going, war, let's go to war. Point me at my enemy. The doctor makes brief eye contact with me. I have some inkling. A Sarkaz truck, a vehicle that can take us through the battlefield. With Amia's current condition, we won't be rendezvousing with the main unit on foot. I can sense Ascalon all set to go in the shadows, ready to strike at the amateur squad before us. But evidently, the doctor already has a better idea. Noble Banshee, sire, we won't cross the battlefield alive at this rate. I beg you, just let us go. I can comprehend the doctor's gist, but I'm really not well versed when it comes to this. He's gonna have to act the villain. I commandeer your transport squadron. We are on a special mission of the utmost nature, but we're assailed en route. For your assistance, I will memorialize you forevermore. Huh. It'd be our honor to serve a member of the royal court, Your Highness. It's just being memorialized by a death-tolling banshee doesn't seem like much of a fortune. Could you... Is he giving money? Here is your payment. Thank you. Coins that Mechanus stuffed in my bag. Ah, thank you, sire. But transport duty. I'll explain to your superiors afterwards. A special mission. Why bring these two outbloods along? They are my captives. Captives? But you, Okay. But once this is over, you guys are gonna come see General Manfred with me. For now, we'll go sort out some positions. Oh, I didn't know that. She got drafted because she dropped out of school for being infected? No! God damn it, dude. The doctor comes to my side, voice grave. Logos, figure out a car for Ascalon too. The Confessari attack was no simple one. They and the vampire were working together, but in the process they estranged Amia from the ship. Doctor, are you worried? Closure and the Self-Salvation Corps troops don't have any suitable combat personnel between them. Kaoshi's wounded. Shining's powerful, but the Confessari are sure to have methods prepared just for her. I'm actually very curious to see Shining actually like show her full powers. I don't think we've seen that really yet. I understand. The state Amia's in may not be curable with medication. What she needs most right now, before she comes to, is not to fall into the Confessari's line of sight. Operating under this squad's support will be safer. I'll get Ascalon to back up Kaoshi. We've got you here. Besides... The doctor looks at the sanguine arts circles. A pit forms in their stomach. Say no more. I know far too well. These crystals aren't just simple originium. I assume he means witchcraft. Aww, dude, Paprika's such a good girl, man. Come on. Can't she just live happily? What the shit? Oh, these guys speed this up, don't they? Okay, if that's gonna get sped up, I might try and get them to focus here. Damn, I didn't get my thing off. No. No. I'm thinking of getting rid of this range guy because the range guy is super annoying. But we're gonna hodl. Actually, I think she gets attacked there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bugger. Let's get rid of her before she fully dies. I'm gonna wait for this explosion to go off, then drop a healer. I think... Oh my god, these are actually in a really annoying spot. Really annoying spot, actually. I guess I'll just try and clear this out a little bit. Pull her back. Oh, she's gonna die to it. Rip. Oh, it's okay though. We've got another one. Oh my god, she just annihilates. Oh, we've got ranged units. I have no way to deal with ranged units. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
苦しみを忘れたことはありません。
Oh god. I have no stealth revealing stuff either. I think she just gets obliterated here, right? Oh, maybe not. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull her back here in a second. Alright, pull her back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh god, here it comes. Actually, I'm gonna let Texas die to that, yeah. And then we can put Gavi out. We do have to be a little bit careful here because we are running out of DP. And we no longer have her. Oh wait, have these things been getting through? Oh, we might just be screwed actually. We need invis detection, man. We're gonna have to redo, I'm pretty sure. Man, what an annoying thing. Yeah, that's a redo. Okay, you leaked? Yeah. The flying invis ones are kind of annoying. What can we do to reveal these guys? They do gradually lose HP over time, so if we can like get mass healing around the place, we could force them just to get locked up. Do we even see this unit? Deals long-range attacks that explode after a delay, inflicting physical damage in an area. Okay. What are we changing here? I actually think we just need to keep dropping tanks, to be honest. Rosmontas did not help us. She was not very helpful. Mulesize might actually be helpful here. Virtuosa's difficult to place. Do we care about actually revealing these flying units, or do we just want to time them out? No, I think we do want to reveal them. I think we actually get rid of Meteorite and bring another tank. Another healing tank would be fantastic, but I don't think we really have a healing tank. Oh, Spot, I guess? We could bring Spot in. Maybe? Ascalon's slowing them down? Does slowing them down help me? She can't slow down the air units, right? Like, I've got enough damage to clear them out pretty easily. Whisperain heals as well, doesn't she? Oh, no, she doesn't. Okay, we might take Spot. Actually, no. We might take Quadra. 605. Wait, 697? She does heal herself. Okay, let's take Quadra. Alright, I think this is going to be better. Because we have Texas and Kieran that we can just keep dropping to clear things out, and they clear things out super fast. She can? Wait, she hits ranged units? Air units? Okay. Begin. gonna put... I think if I put Texas here, she'll get the extra block. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Now we can put the tank out. I need a ranged unit to attack these guys. I'm having a big think right now. Okay, I think this works. As long as she doesn't die, we should be good. Where's my ranged units? Ah! God damn it. She's dead. Perfect little safety spot back here. Alright, an explosion is incoming. Rip Myrtle. But our main tank is still up, which is very cool. Alright, let's just drop Texas, clear this out. Because Silver Ash is probably going to die here, right? Oh, she died. Oofed. Nice. Alright, we're dealing with this pretty well. And Silver Ash will die in 3, 2, 1. Dead. But our main girl Saria stays up. Nice. Alright, do you reckon we can try this again? We're gonna have to be quick. Whoom. Whoom. And we're gonna take... Oh, we don't have great characters to take. We have no range characters. Oofed. That is unfortunate. I didn't realize we had no range characters. She's actually kind of useless, not gonna lie. No, this is fine. This is fine. No, that's not fine. Stop! Okay, okay, okay. Things are a little spicy. Things are a little spicy. We could put another tank here just in case. It's going to be out of healing range though, which is the annoying part. Let's do this again. We're just relying on Texas at this point in our fast deploys. Oh, she almost died. Oh my god, kill that, please. No, it got there. God, that's annoying. Big heals, big heals, big heals. That's the only bad thing about Saga, is when she kills something, it lives for a little bit longer. Alright, looks like we should have it from here. Yeah, the mule-sized pick was kind of bad. She can't hit air, but she still slows them down. Got it. Okay, so that's actually still pretty strong. Yeah, I guess we could have played her. Oh, this Invis guy down the bottom. He finally timed out. There we go. Ah, I can't believe we let one through, man. Just one. Oh no, we're back on this ship. No, Delphine. No. Do you know what the cruelest thing in the world is? Neither total darkness, nor endless torment, nor a dark alley filled with murderers. It is when a gentle hand pulls you out of a nightmare, just as you thought it was over and all the pain would come to an end. Only for you to realize that salvation was just a cruel joke, a brief respite before falling further into the darkness. Even greater suffering is gazing upon you within a stone's throw. And you're powerless before such mockery. Delphine, do you want to join us? The Duke of Windermere's coffin is being transported to the approaching battleships. Some of the refugees have taken it upon themselves to organize a funeral procession in their gratitude. She keeps looking at the place where Mother had fallen, even though any trace of blood is long gone. It may not be a good idea to invite her now. I'm already starting to regret it. Can you thank them for me, Vina? I want to stay here a while longer. What did they say to you? Nothing. I'll just stay for a little longer and cool my head. The sword guards boarded the late arriving escort fleet. Most of them kept silent with the nobles panicked. A moment's weakness when I tried to help that soldier. The vampire reached out his hand. Whether it was an obvious trap or not, Mother was wounded because of it. Broken formation and falling soldiers. Sword guards do not defend their duke. Their only goal is to fulfill their mission. But they faced a foe powerful beyond their imagination. Delphine, the staff officers think there was too much personal sentiment in this reckless operation. They never supported it. They must believe that I'm the reason Mother died. A hero should not die for the weak. And they're right. I gaze at the late arriving battleships, their standards flying high. For some reason I am reminded of Aladale. I've cleaned your wounds as best I can, Lady Delphine. This is all I can do with the limited amount of medicine available. Thank you, Doctor. I must go. General Staff have ordered all troops to report back. I've left behind some things that belong to you. These were the Duke's gifts to you. And you have her sword. This may sound impudent, but I hope that you will come back to Arknights Glaive with us. Whatever the senior officers say, nothing can change the fact that you are the heir to the title of Duke Windermere. Oh shit, she's just realized that. All that responsibility has now fallen onto her shoulders. Oof. I'll think about it. Right now, I just want some quiet. How are things? They took a bunch of people, but many more remain. So, that rough mum really... Yeah. Ironic, isn't it? The Duke has trained her officers well. Even now, the General Staff of Windermere continue to plot the next course of action according to the plan. But what about Delphine? Seems like the snobbish officers are planning to abandon her. I don't know. I'm even worried what they might do to Delphine as their heir. She's not ready. Duke Windermere was a strong leader. Her swords guards, her general staff, they all served the greater good of Victoria alone. But she herself, she made an admirable but reckless decision for the sake of her daughter. That decision saved a bunch of lives though, didn't it? I'm not criticizing her. I respect her. But it means that Delphine is being abandoned by what her mother, Duke Windermere, built on her own. Oh. What do we know? They took some of the refugees. Can we really trust them? Do we follow the tales of the nobles in the coming battle? They didn't take everyone. That's not right. If this one ship could take everyone, there's no reason that so many battleships couldn't. What's that movement? I thought the ship's engines were cut. The window. Dust rises from the escort fleet that has only just rendezvoused with us. They're sailing away. Delphine! She stands on the deck where her mother left this world, holding her mother's sword in her arms, as she did before I went below. The wind sweeps at her short hair. Her solitude makes her look even smaller than she is. What's going on? I grab her shoulder. Only then does she come out of her stupor. I see none of the anger, fear, or sorrow that I expected to see. She's wearing barely any emotion at all. Only calm, flat disappointment. And a quiet so deep it is painful to see. They're gone. Her voice trembles a little, but it's still too calm. There are civilians down below waiting to see the Duke of Windermere's coffin off. Those bastards didn't mind running innocent people over. What's going on? That wasn't part of the order. Maybe there was a miscommunication. We still have a few good IFVs. We need to head back to Ironclad Galave and get confirmation. Huh. I've never gazed upon the tail of a battleship so intently. How ridiculous. The marks that the rain of blood left on our clothes is a lingering reminder of that cruel attack. Several hours have passed since we left the Duke of Windermere's flagship. Bad news keeps coming. We did a head count as we left the ship. The Doctor, Amir, and Ascalon were not there. We only had time to do a brief search, which came up empty. All I can do is keep faith in their strength, but for some reason, I think back to Amir's lean shoulders. Sorrow and helplessness are luxuries that this group can no longer afford. Stop dawdling. I really can't go any further. I'll whip you if I have to. Get up. Stay with the armor if you want to live. I need to catch my breath, sir. I have a condition. No dawdling. This isn't just about your life. Hands off, Norport hoodlum. I'm just carrying out my orders. They're not trained soldiers. They've been at a forced march for 5 straight hours. They don't have any strength left. Then they can lie down and die. We're trying to save their lives. Everything can still be salvaged if we make it back to Ironclad Galave. They need to stop and rest. I said, it's not just for them. It's for you too, Unsigned. I know your condition. Not many soldiers were left behind, but I know almost all of you are infected. Shut up. I'll let that slide. This once. You're Duke Windermere's man. Do not let your actions defile her memory. Infection, a curse they fear more than any other. Catch up to the ship that abandoned them. Hide the growing black crystals under the bandage. Fool yourself. I'm sorry, it's just... Don't say that blasted word. I'm fine. I said to keep a low profile on the Barons and avoid drawing Sarkaz's attention. Sir, It's getting dark. The civilians trying to keep up with you need to rest, Lieutenant. No. We continue the march as planned. We can reach Hill 31 by midnight at our current pace. We'll re-establish communication with Ironclad Galave there. Only once we're in touch with the nomadic fortress are we truly safe. If we wait until morning, I doubt this group is ready to face the Sarkaz, and... You're the ranking officer and de facto commander here, and the ship's doctor. You know as well as I do that we're trying to catch a fast battleship with our own feet and a few tanks. I respect your decision, Lieutenant, but we don't even know why those battleships left. If they didn't respond to your hails at the time, why do you think the fortress will open its gates to us? I checked on the group. We have less than 3 companies of combat-effective soldiers and nearly 1,000 refugees following in tow. By the time the march that you had in mind is done, there'll be less than 20% left. Vina, right? Listen. He avoids my gaze. I mean 20% of your soldiers, and none of the refugees. Sir. I need not hear what they're saying. I saw what happened. Someone bled his last in the long, silent wall of people. He left behind a long trail of blood mixed in with the mud. The lieutenant's silence hardly lasts 2 breaths. Slow down a little. We'll keep going. Idiot. Wait, did Siege hit him? Oh. My fist leaves its mark on his face. I hear a crisp sound. I think I dislocated his jaw. Ooh. Ooh, that kind of popping sound isn't great. Ah. He quickly puts his jaw back in place. Must have dealt with this sort of thing a lot. Well, he is a medic. You assaulted a soldier, hooligan. I could have you executed according to Victorian service law. Does this guy not know? How does this guy not know? She's literally a lion. Like, come on. You... Stand up. You could try to execute me, or we can keep going. The fist is a solution that can only be used once in a while. Dagda, Morgan, and Indra stand in front of the soldiers on edge. The civilians surround us silently. It reminds me of how we used to fight turf wars on the streets. Stand down! Do not open fire! They called you Siege, didn't they? They were telling stories that you're actually highborn or something, and with that accent... I'm a hooligan, leader of the Glasgow gang. Fine, I don't care. Listen, I'm a soldier who has pledged his loyalty to the Duke of Windermere. My duty is to fulfill the mission handed down by my commander. I'm waiting for you to wipe the blood from your mouth. Give up, your elbow is about to dislocate. Some sacrifices are acceptable in order to protect the many. And just who are the many? Have you taken a good look at who you're leading? Frightened soldiers, silent civilians, the infected, the wounded, the people standing around us. I'd had enough. I want to tell them, those who escaped hell in Norport, I'm still looking out for them. There's still someone who cares about them. Might makes right. Law of the streets, Lieutenant. I'm telling you now that they're going to make camp here, and they're going to rest. We must reconsider our course of action. If we're cut off from the main force at Ironclad Galave, everyone is going to die when we run into the Sarkaz. Every last one. Enough! Don't insult the memory of the Duke of Windermere any more, Lieutenant Shearer, if you still think you're part of her army. How could you... Delphine clutches the hilt of her sword. It surprises me, even more than it surprises Lieutenant Shearer. He's surprised and angry. I'm suddenly reminded that he had provided medical aid to everyone on the ship before Ironclad Galave abandoned us. Delphine, your clothes and the sword. Oh. Wait, is that the jacket from her mum? Oh, this is what she was saying. Oh, so the gift that Mama Delphine was preparing for her was this, probably, like the military outfit. And maybe the swords? Like, only one of those swords, right, is her mother's. The other one's... Oh no, that's the full hilt. That's not another sword. Oh, it's just that sword is literally massive. Ah, is she a good unit? I don't think I've got her. A little big for me, is it? But I need you all to hear me out. Is the lieutenant leaving? Yes. They formed a small squad and picked the tank in best condition. He can leave at any time. That squad will travel light and quick. They can reach the marked location before dawn. You put those clothes on. Maybe what they represent still means something to someone. I've spoken to my troops, Lady Delphine. They'll follow your orders until I return. For the last time, my lady, you're the heir to Windermere. No matter what happens, you should come with us. Sorry, but I must stay. This was my promise to the people. They need to know that Victoria has not abandoned them. They need this hope to keep going. We can only trust each other now. We must trust each other. If the departure of the escorts was just a misunderstanding or a mutiny by a few, then Ironclad Galave will welcome us, whether I'm there or not. And if not... The lieutenant's eyelid twitches. Delphine's words are certainly subversive. My presence will only make things worse. At least you'll live. My lady, it's not my own hide that I'm concerned. They let me go the first time, perhaps out of respect for my mother, perhaps out of a sense of pity. But they won't give me a second chance. I trust my comrades and the officer's loyalty to the Duke. Please, take this locating beacon, Lady Delphine. I promise to bring back good news. As for you... The man gazes calmly at me. I clench my fist, preparing for a sucker punch. You've got some hard knuckles. Take care of Lady Delphine. Cheers, Lieutenant. Why do I feel like something bad's gonna happen to that unit? Siege. We checked up on the refugees from Norport. Perhaps the Duke of Windermere had given orders behind our backs. Things were chaotic when we boarded the ship, and we couldn't find the one who executed the order. Regardless, their screening was impeccable. There is no sign of infection amongst the refugees in the group. But now... I look in the direction where the lieutenant departed. Of course. Many soldiers who fought admit Sarkaz's witchcraft are showing acute infection symptoms. These soldiers got oropathy fighting the Sarkaz. How could their comrades just abandon them like that? It's an old military tradition, not a strictly Victorian one. It's the same in Casimir's, Ursus, Gaul. The infected are not allowed in camps. More conscientious commanders might put the infected in their own unit and send them on the most dangerous missions. But for the military, there's far too much uncertainty in the infected and their uncontrolled arts. Some must have resisted. No one ever succeeded. Looking back on history, the infected make up a relatively small portion of armies in times of war. Acceptable losses in exchange for stability on the front lines. It's even in the textbooks of the Royal Military Academy. It's just the honorable martyrs who died for the glorious foundation. Oh. Now, no need to get violent, ladies. I'm here to talk. First, let me make clear that the death of Her Grace Duke Windermere has nothing to do with the part of Victoria that I serve. In fact, I bring my sincerest condolences, Lady Delphine. My own position aside, I believe she glowed brighter than any hero in the Battle of the Four Emperors. But now, who will fill the gap that her death leaves behind? Who can step up to take her place in the grand strategic theatre? Duke Wellington is an accomplished soldier, but we all know he has no intention of giving his all. Duke Castor has her hands full coordinating everything. Frankly, the death of Duke Windermere is a big problem. You sure got the news quickly, didn't you? Well, it's my business to know. You'd be familiar with our line of work. What are you here for? I suggest you think carefully about the next words coming out of your mouth. Flowers for the hero, Lady Windermere, and a gift of rations and ammunition. In exchange for... You know full well, Your Royal Highness. A scrap of metal known as the Size of Kings. To be honest, I have no use for this sword personally. You want to trade, sure. My conditions are simple. Take that damnable stone of the sword of yours, and bring it to the front lines where the storm blows the fiercest, where fire falls the hardest. You can get lost if your plan is to keep this sword safely in the rear, to prop up a tent for kings and nobles to drink tea beneath. If you really will bring this thing to the lines, and provide shelter for Victoria's warriors, citizens, and the poor souls who have lost their homes. If it is a shelter for all, whether the son of a blacksmith, or the daughter of a teacher, whether they take pay in the name of Victoria or carry weapons on their own making, then by all means you can have this piece of metal. Come to me with the stone of the sword, Trilby Asher. I promise that I will never fall behind you on the front lines, not by a single step. Oh my, this is beyond my discretion. I'm just an envoy after all. Her Grace the Duke of Castor has the final decision. Then go to your master. Come back to me once you have an answer from your dear aunt. I'll do my best, Your Royal Highness Alexandrina. But this is just a promise on a personal level. What follows now is off the record. Some personal opinions, not of Trilby Asher, but of Sir Suffolk Bellingham. A new voice is not necessarily a bad thing. You've taken in infected soldiers. Well, and many more civilians. But the point stands. That's all good and fine, but it's not enough. You need an army. Your own army. An army with a place for them. I'm surprised. Perhaps it's a Castor trick. But he's encouraging me to form my own reunion. Looks like you really did turn off your sound recorder. Can't do it for long. Colleagues start getting suspicious, you know. My grandmother was executed after getting infected in the War of the Four Nations. When she left, she told me with a laugh that there was less than a 3% chance of getting oropathy in battle. It was only when I inherited the title and looked through the records in the archives that I learned the 3% figure has been in use for centuries. It has never changed, even though we're using more Originium machines and more complex Originium arts in modern warfare. Perhaps you haven't noticed because all you can see is a small corner of the battlefield. Certainly the Dukes haven't noticed, because they have their sights set way too far away. But I have. The infection problem in the Victorian army is serious. Serious on an unprecedented scale. Everyone exercises restraint in a conflict between civilized nations. No one wants their camp to be filled with ticking living time bombs, or sees a dirty city covered in Originium dust. But now, our enemy is the Sarkaz. If you really mean to do this siege, then it has the potential to be a good thing for your reputation, for my career. Perhaps even for our country. Thanks for the concern, but my friends and I know the infected better than you do. We'll be fine. Very well. Oh, by the way, I have some scrap equipment here that nobody wants or cares about. Leftovers, you know. You can have them. It's all trash after all. Farewell then. It's not going to be trash, what is it? How much do you believe him? I'd rather believe that even someone like him could not stay out of this conflict. What did he leave behind? A recording and coordinates. This sound. Bzzzt. Need support. Shelley. Surrounded. Tempest platoon. Requesting aid. Tempest platoon. Do I know a Tempest platoon? I don't think I know a Tempest platoon.
気をつけなさいって言ったでしょ。痛くない？平気？
Wait, what? I unlocked a synthesis recipe? Oh, is that in here? Oh, these are like the side ones, right? Collectible. Oh! That's how you get Delphine. Okay, so that's why I didn't have her. Alright, we might actually level her up. Hold up. I kind of want to see how she does. We don't have any of the others. Okay, that's fine. Hold up. I want to kind of level her up and see how she is. She seems kind of sick. Delphine. What does she do? Oh, that's a weird attack range. Mystic Caster. Attacks deal arts damage when unable to find a target. Attacks can be stored up and fired all at once. Okay. And her ability... attack range changes. I wish I could see the change. There's no way to actually see this change though, is there? Unless you put her in combat. Attack interval is significantly reduced, and each attack deals 30% attack as arts damage. Okay. Let's level her up this way first. Alright. And let's see if we can actually get her to be useful for us. Or... She actually sounds older and more mature than I thought she was. I thought she was quite young. Ooh, we're missing one. Oh, that's okay. So our second skill is attack up by 55%, but no longer targets enemies below 50% HP. Attacks cause targets to take 6% of Delphine's attack per second as arts damage. Stacks up to 4 times. For how long? Last until the skill ends. Oh, so 30 seconds of 6% of her attack? 4 times, so that's 20 something. Quick math. Okay. Set that as default. We'll try her out. What's her skill? Increases damage dealt to enemies above 80% HP by 10%. So she's meant to like crush things that are high health. Yeah, let's take her up to 46. Why not? Okay. Alright, we're going to take her into the next map. Alright, in the name of example. Oh, this by the way wasn't a boss, which was interesting. I thought this was going to be a boss battle. Not quite. In the name of example. Oh, hold on. Shoot. We make miracles. Touches of the Sanguinarch have increased HP, and Bloodborne spawns have increased attack speed. Bloodborne spawns are the weird red things, right? Where are they? They appeared somewhere. Yeah, these. Oh no, they're not. Gift of the Sanguinarch, Eye Bearer. And Bloodborne spawns. I don't actually know what that is. Uh-oh. Oh, unless it's the aerial units. Hold up. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, let's have a look at the map. Do we have artillery? We don't have artillery. Thank God. We have 3 lanes to protect. Okay, this is the perfect setup for... the Virtuosa. Suzerain.
せっかくの作戦に
Who else do we want?
力の限り頑張ります
I'm gonna pull Quara back. Actually, we can probably get a healer on a lot of people here. Yeah, let's pull Quara back and put in another... no, not another healer. Another Centurion. Blaze.
戦いに行くな
1, 2, 3.
入れといて
Plus a replacement if things go bad. Might actually get rid of Saga here. And get someone else ranged. Does she hit everyone? No, just an additional 2 targets. Executor might be good here. Yeah, I'm going to take Executor. And then we need to bring in the new character. Who do we take out for the new character? Maybe Kieran? Yeah, let's take Kieran out and bring in... Where is she? Let's bring in Delphine.
全員の安全には配慮するから
Alright,
心配
let's
しないで
go.
ください
Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Do-do-do-do. I was first to see the scout. While I scouted the silent government buildings next to the plaza on the other bank, his dead body drifting in the water, still grabbing the reeds by the bank. Seems he never gave up trying to survive. Not far from him, his journal lay quietly in a waterproof pouch, the last entry written just before his departure. I volunteered for this mission to deliver the SOS. I won't come back, whether I succeed or fail. No one will survive. Crossed out. His journal indicates that the defenders of the Chetley are in dire straits. See the crossing on the other side. The ferries have been sunk. Horn's squad has been completely cut off from the outside. Oh, is this Horn's squad that's asking for support? 2 days ago, this soldier tried to cross the river under the cover of darkness, but was shot by the Sarkaz patrolling on the opposite bank. There is no word from the troops that were garrisoned in the city hall. The soldier's journal made me uneasy. 23 soldiers, 2 squads. Other than the city hall silent in the darkness, the rest of the buildings around the plaza have been reduced to smouldering ruins by artillery fire. At least the tragedy hammers one thing. No one can truly escape death on the battlefield. The Camus River runs to the east and north side of the plaza. The crossing to the east is under Sarkaz control. The lights coming from the south should be the Sarkaz camp. They've holed up in the city hall for more than 2 weeks. If the journal is accurate, the last bridge that connects the city hall to the residential district on the other side of the north bank was attacked no less than 2 days ago. It's possible that they've cut off from all supplies. Out of ammo and out of food. What do we do? If we have the time to worry about that here, we might as well just cross the river and see for ourselves. We can't just cross without a plan. If we're discovered... Actually, Hannah's words made me think. We've been unable to reach Horn's squad by radio. Restoring communications is our first priority. Me, Hannah, Morgan and Dagda will swim across the river and see what the situation is inside City Hall. That's too dangerous, Vina. You realize that we're the best people for this job. The only people for this job. We're Rhodes Island operators. Small squad spec ops is our game. And we're Norport gangsters, who know how to get into a place and get back out again unnoticed. We have a few volunteer soldiers and civilians who want to offer their support for the legendary Tempest platoon, but there are only so many people we can bring. We need people to stay behind for defense, with Lieutenant Shearer gone. I hardly hear what Vina was saying. Is this a bad joke by Trilby Asher? Or is this how the battlefield is? The call for help, deciding whether to answer, and the sacrifices that must be made to help. The laws of the battlefield. I know what you're thinking, Delphine. There are personal sentiments involved, but I can't ignore the SOS. They're good soldiers and they'll be of help if they're still alive. Alright, I trust your judgment. Stay behind with these men, Delphine. We need to keep watch. If you lose our signal, take them and get out of here. Alright. Come back alive. Okay. Okay, we're on the bank. Keep your eyes out for any patrols. 2 Sarkas standing guard at the crossing. One to Hannah's 3 o'clock, another in the building. Roger. Draw the attention of the first, and Hannah and I will do this together. 3, 2, 1, go. The light in the window goes out. All is well. Wait, a foul beast? A black foul beast flies out of the hut at the crossing, flies a circle above, then heads towards the Sarkas camp. Vina! It's a warning. An agile shadow leaps across the moonlight from the roof of the hut and grabs the foul beast. Got it. A military foul beast. You spooked it, Hannah. Sorry, I didn't notice. No sign of Sarkas. To the city hall. Lots of bodies on the plaza, but it's too dark to identify them. Ready to go in. I see the bridge that connects the residential district, but the barricades on the other side of the bridge are blocking the view. Go to the top of City Hall. Try to get a better vantage. Roger. The entrance has been boarded up. Over here, a gap has been blown in the west wall, wide enough for us to go in. Good. Do you see Horn's squad? Not yet. Stop. Something's moving. Radio silence. There's a crossbowman in the building watching the residential district. Allegiance unknown. Watch for my sign. What's that sound on this frequency? Who? The signal goes silent. I do not hear anything from them for the next 10 minutes. How many men in the building? What's the situation with the surrounded troops? Has Venus' group been discovered? I'm completely in the dark. Crouched in the dirt on the banks, I feel my heart beat harder with every throb. The heartbeats merge into the river, resonating with the flow, growing faster and stronger. I see you. They've been discovered. Someone's waving from the top of the building, the moon at her back. It's Vina. Eh? Siege here. Horn, Tempest Platoon. Do you hear me? We got your SOS. We've confirmed your location, the bridgehead at the residential district on the other side. We're coming to help. I hear cheers coming from the radio. They did it. Sorry about that. The men are excited for our first bit of support. We should be able to talk normally now. Horn, we can help your squad evacuate. Thanks, but we're not evacuating. There's something in this town that the Sark has won, and they won't abandon their assault. The nearest Victorian battalion that received our SOS will arrive within 1 week. We must guard the entrance until then, and ensure the safety of the survivors of the Chetley. We voted on this. The decision was unanimous, including Misery. Much obliged. Dead silence. She sounded like she was talking about the weather. A vote. On a battlefield, there are only 2 choices you get to vote for: life or death. Vina seems lost in thought. What decision would I make? What decision would Mother make? Then, if you choose to gamble, I have an even bolder plan. Care to hear it? Is Bagpipe with Horn? I can't remember what happened to Bagpipe. I think they got reunited in one of the chapters. I don't support Vina because she is the heir to the throne. She's brave, competitive, hates losing. Some would call her reckless, but I count on her to get us there, to find a way out of hell. I have to believe in her. I have to believe to get out of this hell. I can't even bring myself to think about what happened that day. Focus, Delphine, focus. The Overwatch mission has ended. Time to meet up with them. Why do I feel like this happiness and the music is going to be short-lived? It's almost dawn. How go the preparations? The windows and doors are being reinforced. Misery's been cleaning up enemy sentries. I'll continue to keep a watch on the outskirts. I'll get in touch if there are any changes at the camp. Thank you, Misery. We were supposed to meet up at Brentwood when we split up at Londinium. Why are you here at Chetley? Misery noticed something unusual when we passed by. We got here in time to see a massacre and we couldn't just walk away. Are you sure you want to be in charge? You're a professional soldier, Horn, and Delphine had elite military training. I know what you guys did at the Mausoleum of Kings. You brought back that sword for us. Just a piece of metal. But piece of metal? It's Victoria's realm blade. Stop thinking about the size of Kings. This might disappoint you, but it won't bring any miracles. We're the only ones we can count on. And it's enough. You're right. You've proven as much. We don't have the personnel, condition, or resources to implement complex tactics. What we need for the coming fight is courage and determination. In the face of disaster, the human spirit is much more important than any legend or artifact. Prove it, Siege. All right. Most of us are not professional soldiers. We'll just tell them to take the high ground and shoot at any enemy that approaches. The few of us here will form a response team to take out any Sarkaz that gets past. Horn's squad will continue to defend the bridgehead position. Create a fire zone. They'll continue to fend off the Sarkaz trying to get across the bridge, as per the original plan. This building is the first line of defense. We'll be in the thick of things. All we need to do is defend one building. How hard can it be? The defense of Camus River. Hey, that was what I was going to say. It would make a great movie. Quiet, Hannah. Patrol approaching from 1 o'clock, 100 meters out, at the ready. Shall we fire, Siege? Vena's hands were trembling. Excitement, fear, or both? I do not know. My hands are cold, almost frozen. 7 days. Will the Duke's troops really come? What if we fail? What if more Sarkaz notice? I kept going over the possibilities in my head. Now, open fire. Whoa. They know now. Sirens start blaring in the Sarkaz camp the moment the patrol goes down. There's no time to think. The defense has begun. Oh, into combat? Oh, not quiet. My brothers will tear you apart, standing on my corpse. Ugh. I prefer to be the one doing the tearing, if that's alright with you. Sarkaz. Once again, I think I'm back to what happened that day. No, I can't. It's almost 90 seconds, Delphine. Ready to pull back? Roger, Bentley's down. I feel the gap in the minefield. Mines are too precious to just leave out there. You have fire support from the 3rd floor. The underground passage that connects the city's hall basement to the bridge has been cleared. Now the wounded have some space. You took a nick, Morgan. Are you okay? Not good enough to hold a knife, but I can coordinate things in the back. What about your side, Hannah? You're asking the Esper of Destruction. I could smash a hole in the ceilings without any extra equipment, and we would have wooden ladders set up so that we can move quickly between the floors. Good. We can't have another situation like yesterday, when we couldn't get to Dagda in time. I filled the gap in the minefield. Bentley's still breathing, so I'm taking him into the basement for treatment. Is Dagda awake? Awake, but she can't be moved yet. She's been trying too hard. I'll do my best to care for her. Is there any news from the Sarkaz camp? They may be planning something else after the assault on the building failed. Can you find any more mines to expand the minefield? I'm afraid not. Our Sarkaz friends' mercenary band isn't so easy to find. We'll have to count on my... witchcraft? Signal disrupt? Something's disrupting the signal. It's... Del... Run! I hear a long howl in the distance. A strong sense of unease suddenly comes over me. The air has become filled with malice. What dis? Delphine. You're finally up. My head hurts. He didn't pull out in time while rescuing the wounded yesterday, and got caught by the blast of them test-firing the war altar. War altar? Oh god. Yesterday? War altar? Where's Ben? Huh. Looks like we've both missed a lot. Oh, my back still hurts. Morgan sucks at stitching. Oh, Ben's alive. Who brought me back? Hannah. She saw that that you were still outside and jumped out from the 3rd floor to drag you back in. She just woke up herself. She's gone off to support Vina. These are the wounded. I walk through the underground passage now filled with wounded personnel. Dozens of eyes turn towards me. Many of them still have dried blood upon them. It's pretty bad. We need to hurry. The mines are pulling their weight. 2 of the war altars have had their undercarriages disabled, and the rest have stopped. They've stopped their advance. We can bombard that position you marked at any time. Careful! The war altars are still charging. They haven't abandoned the assault yet. Alright, listen up, you Burks. The next round of bombardment is about to begin. Anyone still on the 1st and 2nd floors? Get your asses up to the 3rd. That thing can only shoot so high. I believe that his witchcraft core is powered by its operator, the altar itself acting only as a medium. So it'll blow itself up if its witchcraft core is destroyed when fully charged? In theory, but I've never seen it in action personally. I can't guarantee... That's good enough. I'll go up to the roof to look for an opportunity. The only way to approach the core is from above. Can you distract the operator for a little while when the altar is activated? Every second helps. Will do. Vina! I stand at the staircase to the 2nd floor, dumbfounded. It takes me some time to realize that the pile of rubble without the left side wall is the city hall that we've been defending for the better part of a week. The carnage on the plaza is in plain view, without the need for windows or portholes. Amidst the ruins, the red crystals on the war altars shine an eerie red in the rays of dawn, the metal skeleton reflecting an ominous light. It seems to whisper, gaze upon blood, gaze upon decay, gaze upon death. This is what Mother had done for so long. And this is the first time I've thought of her in days. Wait, is there going to be a war altar in the map? Uh-oh. Welcome back, Delphine, Dagda. The Sarkaz have deployed these weapons en masse. I don't think so. I believe it was developed by the military commission in Victoria. The design is still very rough around the edges. Delphine, you look reasonably well for someone who just woke up from being knocked unconscious. Morgan has been taking care of you two with one hand. Hannah. Thanks, Morgan. And Hannah. Sorry about the trouble. It was a piece of cake. Alright everybody, listen. I want rid of those altars, and for that I need help. I need bait. Someone to stay here and keep those things firing. Sounds like a job for me. I can do it too. This is no time to be acting tough. I know better than anyone else here how terrifying those things are. Your hand's still injured, Morgan. I'll be the one to work with Hannah. I need someone else on standby to take over the attack if I don't succeed. Misery can only buy so much time for us. I'll do it. What about me, Vina? Morgan, keep an eye on everyone. Rip. She's getting relegated, man. She's the bench warmer. Vina's plan is a simple one. Wait for the altars to fire, smash the core, cause a chain reaction. All we need is an opportunity, and the opportunity has come. They've taken aim. The malice is sickening. They could fire at any time. Not exactly a great feeling to be in that thing's crosshairs. Misery. Whenever you're ready. Do it. Ooh, that's a lot of red. Red. The color on the deck flashes back before my eyes. The demonic eye on the altar peers at me. It is averted by a silver arc. The dagger rips open the necks of a file of Sarkaz artillerymen, leaping back joyfully into Misery's hand. Their hands slow for a moment as they reach for the core, continuing their movements from before they died under the pull of inertia. A hammer falls from the sky, impacting lightly with the red wave. Whoa. Bang. Vina is knocked back into the building like a comet. I can just imagine her jumping, hit, pew! No, Vina! Half a second. The altar activated faster than anyone expected. The hammer embeds itself in the broken wall. I can't see anything in the dust and smoke. Watch out! They've replaced the artillerymen and are preparing to fire again. The hammer is gone by the time I wipe the gravel from my eyes. She's already jumping back into it. A figure climbs the outer wall swiftly, the hammer pulling her up like a pickaxe, the building trembling under every blow. Dagda! Dagda grabs the hand that stretches out from within the light. Brick and stone crack and break under Vina's heels. She leaps into the sky. The red wave has begun to build. Everyone take cover! Get down, Morgan! Huh? I look up in the storm. She walks upon the rays of dawn, her golden hair burning. She raises her hammer high and it becomes one with the sun. The wave is torn apart, rampant power streaking towards the core. I'm actually surprised they didn't do a CG for that. That would have been sick. I lose my voice. All that remains is the light that stabs at my eyes. Vina! Vina! The altars are still exploding. Look out! She's fainted. Damn, the metal shards got into her chest. Someone help me out. Bring her back. Don't let originium dust into the wounds. The Sarkaz are retreating. Hannah, look, over there. Battleships? Reinforcements, really? That's the standard of Gododin. Gododin? Gododin. It's over. It's over. We bloody made it. We did it. Ben. Ben, look, we're saved. Ben? Ben. Those damnable devils are trying to run. After them. I should add another entry to the Scout's journal. We survived. In memory of 7 fallen heroes. Abigail of Norport, civilian. Alexandra of Chetley, civilian. Henderson of Orkdarig, soldier. Bentley of Lincardine, soldier. Unidentified body. Unidentified body. Unidentified. Illegible. In the name of example. Alright, let's go. I'm kind of interested in what these altars look like. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna start her off here. I think I made a mistake. Attack deal arts damage and restore HP. Turns into blood amber when defeated. Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake putting her there. Uh-oh. How fast do you reckon this guy's gonna go? You reckon we can get one of these off? Oh shit, that one's already moving. Okay, she's gonna catch that one. Good. We need that damage. Alright, so we look like we might be okay on the bottom side for a little bit, at least. She is taking a bit of damage. We can fix that with one of these. Okay, she's getting a lot of stuff here. This is actually kind of bad. She can only... Please stop it. Please stop it. Thank God. Okay, so it creates these things. I don't know what these things are. Do we just go full? No, I think we do need to put stuff over on this side. Okay, let's pull her back. Suzerain should be getting her level 2 here soon. Concerned about the build up here. I think we actually do this. Yeah. Wait, he doesn't reach? Okay, we're pulling him back. Wait, why is she taking so much damage? Oh boy, she's taking a lot of damage. Hold up, hold up. I'm gonna put Blaze here, actually. Alright, we're getting one on this side now. I'm gonna do this. It's kind of crazy how much damage they were doing. Oh my god. Okay, we're stabilized. Let's call Texas back. And now let's get Delphine out here. I am very curious what you can do, girl. This is a lot of damage over time we're dealing. I might pull... Yeah, I might pull Myrtle back here in a second. Actually, what do we even play? I'm gonna clear this out. Oh, that might be bad for us that it spawned there. Big damage, big damage. Who died? Who died? Oh, Virtuosa died. That's okay. Alright, she can come back. Oh, that one was actually kind of easy. Okay. Oh, we got these two left? Okay. Take them out real quick. I can't tell if Delphine's doing a lot of damage. I think she is. Because she's dotting them as well, right? I assume she's dealing decent amounts of damage.
accomplished.
No one can be told what a battlefield is. You have to see it for yourself. My friends and I spent a lot of time in Norport's video shop, watching old movies, many of them war movies. There were stories of heroes, but also stories of terror, depicted by directors with a sadistic streak. I remember that the four of us all had nightmares that night. Even now, I seem to be drifting into a dream. We took on a few soldiers who were still breathing when we passed through that valley. Oh, and the survivors have caught up to our column. They're all infected, as they should be after spending a night in a corpse-filled crater. You did disinfect properly, didn't you? You could have gotten active originium dust on you. Where are we, Hannah? I'm a little... Don't worry. I have experience with large-scale active originium zones from my time in County Hillock. We undertook the cleanup according to SALT. The soldiers were conscripts under the Duke of Ashworth. They said that their company simply pulled out after the battle, without rescuing the wounded or cleaning up the battlefield. Horn? Is Hannah angry at me because I acted on my own? Horn? Oh, why is she ignoring me? He said he had a friend who had been crying for help by a shallow puddle all night. Couldn't turn himself over because his legs were injured. He'd drowned by the time we found him. The puddle was ankle deep. He would have survived if someone had just flipped him over. I examined the area. Looks like they marched into the royal court trap. Some Sarkaz mercenaries must have sacrificed themselves by acting as bait. There's something on my chest. I can't breathe. Morgan. Morgan? I feel something hot roiling in my chest. But how could they have gone down without a fight? That's not surprising. Other than the strongest dukes, professional soldiers make up only a quarter of the armies of the other ducal armies at best. Most Victorian soldiers are conscripted, sent into battle after only a few months of basic training on how to use a crossbow or arts unit. Frankly, if not for this war, the officers and soldiers may never have spoken to each other their entire lives. Vina wouldn't like to hear that. I hate this. How could you trust your back to someone whom you don't trust? Hey, how's it going, Fergie? Why does nobody hear me? I feel the taste of iron in my mouth, something boiling, rushing up my throat. Mother never answered my questions. She said I would find the answer someday. Vina! Take it easy, Morgan. My neck. I can't breathe. Sorry, got excited. You had been unconscious for 2 days. You were running a fever. At least the wound on your chest was healing well. Otherwise, we would have been even more worried. Where are we? We aren't in Chetley anymore, are we? They're silent. What happened? Maybe I should explain. We pulled out 2 days ago. We're back to our original encampment. At Horn's advice, we pulled out as quickly as possible for the Duke of Gododin's fleet entered Chetley, avoiding direct contact with the reinforcements. Horn? We have a lot of complicated circumstances. It's going to cause a lot of complications if we establish official communications with the Duke's troops. I've talked about this with Misery and the others support what we're doing. While we still have troops formerly under the command of Duke Windermere, their military ID has expired, and there's a high risk of friendly fire. Well, not so much expired as no longer recognized. No need to mince words about the nobles' dirty deeds. It's the same deal as gangs fighting for territory. Indra's right. Since when did the war become like this? We could give help to where we can see, but what about the places beyond? What's the situation? Some have chosen to join Duke Gododin's forces and continue the fight. Gododin's officers didn't even say anything about the infected. The majority have chosen to stay with us, however. They trust us, or should I say they trust you. We won. Morale is really high right now. They're even joking about the old conflicts now. We did it. Your plan worked. We made it. It's very possible that no one will ever know the sacrifices we made. It's just one small victory in a greater war. I look at Delphine's tired face. A great burden has weighed upon her heart ever since she was left behind by the battleships. But now, I see a rare smile on her face. But we saved Chetley, Vina. Yes, we did. My brain tells me that I should be relieved or happy, but I can't do it. I'm afraid to know how many stayed behind in that building, never to leave. Everything that happened there seems like a dream. Is this what victory feels like? It's so weighty. Would things have gotten bad? Would things have gotten so bad if everyone was fully committed to fighting for Victoria from the very beginning? No. They all firmly believe that they are fighting for Victoria. It's the other way around. Things have already spiraled out of control. Therefore, we're fighting for ourselves now. Siege, one of the survivors from Chetley, has brought us a surprise. His family collected ghoulish artifacts, and his father once picked up a little Victorian object from the gnome's form of route. It wasn't anything valuable, so it has been sitting in his warehouse for a long time. He gave it to us before we left as a gift of gratitude, and Horn recognized it immediately. Here. This is an IFF beacon used in IFVs. It emits a signal that allows Victorian armies to identify the bearer's affiliation. It contains a military identification code. Yes, this black box belonged to the Victorian Army. I'm familiar with the symbol on it. But I thought that the unit that it once belonged to no longer exists, lost in the ruins of Gaul. The Exemplars. A unit of legend. Predecessor to Tempest Platoon. This thing took a long journey back to Victoria. Back to us. The Exemplars. The present Dukes may not recognize this ancient unit. At best, it might prevent direct artillery strikes. But the more important thing is, the mission of the unit was inscribed inside the box. The Exemplars. We make miracles. Huh. Consider it a gift from fate. What's this? The beacon that Lieutenant Shearer left us has picked up a signal. Shearer? Lady Delphine, there has been a change of circumstances at Ironclad Galeve. We are approaching your position now, ETA in 1 hour. Be prepared for unhappy news, and a guest who insists on seeing you. Ooh, they're coming back? Your wounds. What shoddy work of first aid. It may look like the wounds have closed, but the inflammation wasn't effectively treated, which explains the fever. With serious wounds like these, it's important that they're treated by a doctor, and all vital signs monitored, reducing the chance of lingering after effects. You're fortunate that it was a piece of metal, not a rhenium crystal. When you're dealing with Sarkaz's witchcraft devices, even the slightest touch could be infectious. Even if it wasn't directly caused by a rhenium, there was a high risk of infection given the circumstances. It's incredible that your blood originium levels still remain at normal levels. You really should thank your lucky stars. Well, it was a chaotic situation, Lieutenant. At least I'm alive. Pays to have a strong constitution. Fine. Lady Delphine has explained what happened. It was a battle worthy of study in the war colleges, given the difference in strength between the two sides. Most of the people on your side weren't even regulars. Oh? Should I be sad that no one will remember what we did? You're wrong on that, Siege. I'll remember. The soldiers outside will remember. The survivors of Chetley will remember. Most legends are not born from official records. I didn't know you were the type to say things like that. Well, I've wrapped your wounds again. Don't try to blow me off with excuses like strong constitution, because I'm going to be keeping a close eye on your condition. I'm the doctor in this room. I'll be checking on your friends too, and the injured soldiers and civilians. Thanks, Lieutenant. Also, I suggest you check on that guest. I'm not sure if Lady Delphine is ready to handle her on her own. I sincerely apologize for my behavior before, and my misplaced assessment about you. There is one thing on which I won't budge, however. You're too impulsive and emotional. You shouldn't be trying to solve every problem on your own. Turn around once in a while and you'll find plenty of people ready to help. Gug. Whew. Take it easy, Aunt Manning. The Sarkaz were everywhere on my way here. I thought I was going to die. Thank goodness that Lieutenant Shearer was tracking Ironclad Galave, which was how we got there in the time to save my life. He's a decent man, but lacks flexibility. Those men would never allow him to board the ship. You said you escaped Ironclad Galave. What's happening there? It makes me angry just thinking about it. Those damned officers charged into the central hub of the fortress and pointed their swords at me. Marcus von Ter must be behind this. I found an opportunity to change into inconspicuous clothes and escape. The fortress elevator almost ripped my dress. Sounds like you were really lucky. I thought I was just coming along with your mother to see how things were going on the front lines, and to take you home. What's the worst that could happen? Safe inside a nomadic fortress. Who would have thought? The old Dukes of Windermere would be proud of Mother. You're right. But you're the Duke of Windermere now, Delphine. Arnie, you're hurting me. What's that look on your face? The General Staff were eager to go back because they believe the Duke's death was caused by a Lithanian plot. You want to laugh, don't you? But they have evidence. Lithanian may not be in league with the Sarkaz, but they undoubtedly caused this situation. What? Lithanian? The staff are cautious about accusing Lithanian nobles directly, but they have set their sights on the rebellions going on in the provinces. No one wants to come all this way to fight the Sarkaz, only to return to find the Demesne they have defended for centuries has fallen under Lithanian control. You're her daughter, Delphine. Your duty will come soon. Now let me rest. Then we'll leave this place. Leave? To where? You should not be with these peasants. Watch your words. Don't call them peasants. Alright, Delphine, listen. If you really care about them, really think that they're heroes, a part of Victoria, think of how many people like them are there in your mother's Demesne. If you really want to protect these people, take my advice and seek aid from the Duke of Caster to return you to your Demesne and take charge. Perhaps you will have to become a Caster vassal, but you will be able to fulfill your duty. What are you balking at? Did you fall in love with them just because they fought alongside you? You've stopped loving your own subjects. Accept it, Delphine. You and your mother have suffered enough. Accept Duke Caster's proposal, and at least Windermere will be spared from devastation. Why do you hesitate? Do you really want to be a vagabond forever, leaving your family, your bloodline, and your duty behind. I understand. I'm Mother's daughter. You're right. I have responsibility not just to my friends, but to the subjects of Windermere as well. But why did the sword guards leave me behind when I still had such a duty? If this was a duty glorious beyond all doubt, why do you come to me in such a condition? You're right. If Windermere has fallen under the cloud of conspiracy, then I feel both the obligation and desire to do something about it. But we're with you, Delphine. Say what you want to say. Sorry, I couldn't hold back anymore. Do you know what we just went through, madam? And you are... I'm not going with you. You have a duty. I'm my mother's daughter, comrade to these warriors, and nothing else. Even if I once was, I don't believe it anymore. I stood here for them, so that their lives would no longer be the playthings of people like you. And I'm not going anywhere until I've bled my last. Leave. I hope this sarcasm don't take you. The Viscount's face is a spectacle of colour, but Delphine gives her no further chance to speak. She leaves with her head bowed in the direction of Lieutenant Shearer. Delphine's expression is calmer than I thought it would be. What she said, what she went through, it made me think of an old friend. Delphine did not make the same mistake. Tragedy will not strike again. But what was the price? The death of a loved one? A swift betrayal? Apparently, I was rather concerned how Delphine would react to these things. Delphine smiles at me. It seems she has settled down. I'm fine. Let's go. Oh, is this the... This is from Venus' perspective, right? This is when the mansion got burned down. The same thing cannot happen again. Head west once you leave the camp. If you're lucky enough, you should be able to reach the kind Duke of Castor. Do you think you can survive without the Duke's protection? We can and we will. Alright. I'm going to Duke Castor. I'll take a leisurely pace. This is your last chance. Come with me and we'll all live. I won't stop you. For the work of Delphine and her mother. No, I'm not the one who's wrong. You're naive, stupid, foolish believing that you're right. So be it. Why do I get the feeling it's not going to end well for her either? I see her off on a vehicle not meant for rough terrain, leaving under the cover of darkness with a small escort. I turn around to look at our group. Hundreds, thousands of eyes converging upon a single spot. Some are soldiers laughing with each other, others are civilians celebrating. The camp falls silent. They are waiting for an answer. Mine. You heard her. I was undoubtedly an attractive proposal for many people. We survived the worst of times together, Vina. But what now? What happens when the morale and spirit that burns so brightly now is worn away by hardships and suffering? Who will tell them where to go? I do not answer. Not yet. He's here. A creature with golden mane walks amongst the crowd. He looks at me. Wait, is this her lion? I wanted to see the answer in his eyes, hear a word of advice in these fleeting moments. But he gives no answers. All he does is look at me, waiting for me to find the answer. Yes, perhaps he is not even there. Oh, she's imagining it. Lend me your ears. If any among you still have faith in the proud dukes that are the faces of our Victoria, you should go with that woman now. No one would fault your decision. The crowd rustles, but no one leaves. None among you. Is it not our instinct to seek protection from the powerful? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I would very much like to. Oh, how I wish that this sorry sword I carry had the power to protect my friends, such that none among them would die. She would very much like to. How many times has she cried when no one was watching, wishing that someone could have saved her mother's life? You would very much like to. Don't look away. I know you would. The Sarkaz wouldn't have butchered your brother so badly. You couldn't even identify his corpse if the troops that were supposed to escort you didn't flee. But none among you have left. You know that those nobles don't care about you in the slightest. But do you really need to seek the strength and protection of another? It's always been like that for us. We keep worshipping people and things that never really gave us anything, became their willing slaves. Massacre, infection, besiegement. We survived all that on our own strength. We all want to go home. We all want this rotten war to end. But we can't win by hiding. The fastest way is to give those warmongering bastards hiding in Londinium the old 1-2 to the face. If the Dukes won't do it, we will. If no one will take us home, we'll walk home ourselves. A gift fell in our laps. A unit ID that the Dukes left behind in Gaul. It was called the Exemplars. They were elites, the will of the nation, with a song list of accolades. A long list, not a song. But now they are nothing more than this little box in my hands. It has no special powers, but we can take it back to Londinium. Punch those warmongering bastards in the face, throw this in the faces of the Dukes and tell them, this bloody land is our land. I want to go home, to the gym where my friends were. They want to go home to the lives they once had. We cannot rely on others anymore. We cannot expect justice to be served on its own. I smash my hammer into the earth with all the strength I can muster. I do not know why I did it. All I know is that I can no longer hold back my anger. Gamers rise up! Bam! The hammer silences all other sounds. The Exemplars. It's the Glasgow gang that first breaks the silence. The Exemplars! Then they are joined by Delphine. The Exemplars. Until everyone joins in. The Exemplars! The Exemplars! The Exemplars! She's got her army. She's created her own little reunion. Say, I had a strange dream. I dreamed that a golden beast was taking a walk through our camp. Good omen, perhaps? Let's hope it all goes smoothly. Wonder if the Self-Salvation Corps arrived at Brentwood before us. We'll have even more hands once we join up with them. Who would have thought a few days ago that we would have our own army? I kinda like the name the Exemplars. Are you sure about this, Vina? Are we bringing all of them back to Londinium? Very few of them are ready to fight the royal court head on. Perhaps there will be more sacrifices along the way. I'll protect them. Or maybe there will come a day when they don't need anyone's protection anymore. It's the cat gang! The cat gang's all together! Wait, was Horn not included in that? Oofed. Oof, she got relegated. Damn, a tutorial, okay. Oh, is this going to be the altars? It is the altars. Uh-oh. So what do we got here? Releases a pulse wave that absorbs all blood amber within range and converts them into bloodborne spawn. Okay. Bomb loading point. Pay a DP cost to activate it, deploying an anti-witchcraft repositionable bomb. Okay, let's see what this is. Dude, oh my god, Gravel, I haven't seen you in forever. Dude, remember the days where we used to use Gravel a lot? I remember those days. And then... Wait, what is this? Already claimed 30 times. I'll take that. Okay. Free stuff? I'll take free stuff. And then Texas Alta launched, and then Gravel kind of became useless. Sad story, man. Sad story. Wait, the tutorial has story behind it? Damn, okay. How absurd it is that we're chasing illusions on this battlefield full of bones, blood, smoke, and mud. The illusions are our only clue. Like the Lich said, the drifting fragments of history are the tracks it left behind. We passed through many ruins, some long forgotten, some never remembered to begin with. Soon, these sites will be gone too. Many times we barely arrived in time to grasp the last traces. We found 17 vampire war art circles. There may be dozens more, maybe even hundreds more of them on this battlefield. They all appeared within the past week, a scary level of efficiency. We found troop tracks on 2 of them, but the marks indicated that the troops were only on maintenance or patrol missions. I doubt there's much point in destroying the art circles. We could easily replace them with new ones. It's only that much more important to take control of that thing, whatever it is. Are the vampires trying to turn on all the Sarkaz? This place is completely ruined. Just like the Rhodes Islanders said, it's another secret network of routes that lead into the city. Through these hubs, Therasis has shipped huge amounts of steel, crystal units, and witchcraft devices into Londinium, enough to repair the shard and complete that airship. But how did these materials reach Londinium? Even the dumbest dukes wouldn't let large shipments of material outside their control to travel freely around Victoria. It's probably that they, like the Najahar King's Legion, appeared out of thin air around the hubs. The so-called Sarkaz supply line we've been looking for may be the last and least important step of the transport process. How did they do it? Not only that, if Therasis had access methods like this, why isn't he using them directly in battle? Teleporting armies behind enemy lines or plopping Originium bombs right on top of ducal flagships. Either there are limitations to their method, or it's actually really fragile. The Lich called it an art beyond the realm of Originium arts, but I just couldn't picture it. W, over there. Huh? Ugh, no sign of battle. It's completely collapsed. W has looked detached ever since that encounter a few days ago. I saw her gaze absent-mindedly into the fire while on night watch. I can't help her. She'll get through this on her own. Let's go. There's nothing to see here. I look at the map in my hands. Scattered dots mark the locations of the vampire art circles. I added a few, including the logistics hub just now, and the Najahar King's Legion camp. Something had been placed there using the same methods. There must be something linking them. I scanned the names on the map. Hills, valleys, small patches of forest, and a few small ponds. Some sort of commonality, shared geographical traits. My eyes fall upon the name of a town, Brentwood. Innes, you said that Rhodes Island analyzed the intel from the Defense Force's command tower. where they had set their sights near a town by the name of Brentwood. I draw a circle around Brentwood's location. Closure came up with that analysis. She stole the records off all cargo movements since Therasis entered the city in 1094 and created an overlapping route map. All the towns around Londinium were covered in these cargo movements on the map. It's Victoria's capital after all. All the steak and wine the citizens enjoyed before the war didn't grow on the shelves. But the area around Brentwood is strangely empty, with only a few scattered entries around 1094 and 1095. It's pretty weird, like there's a forgotten town right here in the middle of Victoria. The Rhodes Islanders think Brentwood might be the starting point of the Sarkaz Underground Railroad, or the hub of a hidden network implementing some sort of secret embargo. We just proved the existence of those logistics hubs. But we also learned that Therasis has a pair of, well, invisible hands which lets him put things anywhere he wants. We may need to reassess the significance of Brentwood. No. The closer we get, the more vampire art circles we see. Meanwhile, if we draw a line from the furthest points to Brentwood, we see that they're about equidistant. That might be the logistical limit. Stop guessing. I know Brentwood. You wouldn't hide anything in that poor-ass town. There were barely any Sarkaz vagrants when I visited a few months ago. Maybe the caravans don't pass through because there's nothing interesting there. W disinterestedly throws a rock over. She's in a bad mood, alright. She would normally have thrown a grenade pin. The rock rolls on the map and falls right where I'm looking. I'm about to move it out of the way. There's a patch of hills not far behind Brentwood. The rock fell right in the middle of the icons representing the hills. Let's go. It's not like we have any better leads. Maybe coincidence has something in mind. Let's start there. Just randomly going wherever the rock fell. The hills are dark and eerie. A Victorian history book wrote that the study of history is like walking into a cave, feeling the grains of the wall. Working blindly in the dark, all you can do is try to piece together the puzzle of where we came from by feeling around in the darkness. This land is not friendly to history. Originium veins assimilate any organic tissue around them, even bones. All that archaeologists had to work with Originium-infested ruins. All they could do is mull over metal shards. But we're different. We are Sarkaz. We have many ways to look back. Legends say that the revenants in the furnace of Kazdel whisper the achievements of a certain king of Sarkaz, or the sad ending of another. When I was little, I used to wait by the furnace that never went out, holding to capture a single echo from the past. But all I ever heard was silence. You might actually be right. There's something unusual about the shadows here. There seems to be a pattern in the chaos. It's like the ripples created by a sailing ship, overlapping and interfering with one another until nothing is left but entropy. Not so much sailing as drifting. Drifting? I once heard a story from an old Diablo. This word came up in his broken whispers. What story? A story of disaster. Let's hope we don't run into the stuff of those stories. Let's hope we still have some good luck left in the bank. A merc who thinks he's lucky is a dead merc. Which is why we need you to stay behind, W. We're not here to fight. We need to figure out what we're facing. If things go south and we need to pull out. Don't worry, I won't leave the way open for you. I'll set up the explosives and wait until you're almost at the exit. Vampires and Nashahar hot on your tail, maybe. Maybe Therasis himself. And just as you're about to see the light, boom! You'll become the tragic hero right out of the favorite stories, Hodera. You can't handle Teresa on your own, W. Innes. I'll actually bury you, you know. You do you. She really will blow the hills apart, though. We both know she's crazy. No need to provoke her with Teresa's name. It's just pathetic, the act that she's putting on. I'd rather she knew what she wanted. You've been in the city for so long. If she wanted to know the truth, she could have just asked you. Did she ever ask if that Teresa was real? She never asked me either. She's never grown up. She could do one of two things: grovel at that Teresa's feet and beg for forgiveness, or plan to kill her. But what is this that she's doing? Trying to prove that she's all great and powerful? Or is she trying to convince herself that nothing ever happened? That all she needs to do is kill people and plant mines like she always has, and it'll all pass? It would have been fine if she could actually stop thinking about it. But right now, she's like a little girl standing on thin ice. Or standing on the ice. She takes a few steps forward, then a few steps back, looking around the same place, sinking into pointless sentimentality. I have no idea. Give me a break. You just don't want the extra trouble. I didn't know you cared so much about her. I care about me. I don't want to die because of her. In all seriousness, Innes, have you ever thought about going back to Kasdel? What? Am I in the way of your great plan? No, it's just occurred to me that W and I have a reason to stay in this war. But what about you? I've got my reason too. Here we are. What this? We're inside the hill. They hollowed out the whole thing. Well, what's going to make things easier for W's demolition plan? Look at the size of those tracks and the loading mechanism. That's a big guy. Shh, get into the shadows. When's the next shift? Close. It's always on time. I should have made a report to the boss. I'd rather be outside killing Victorians. You're not a warrior. I don't need you to tell me. It's just that this place is so oppressive. I see those illusions every day, the things you don't know whether they're real or not. It's like a maelstrom that keeps spitting out trash from another dimension. Good thing Ursula is a decent woman who doesn't pick on us for no reason or abuse her authority. Is she the youngest major ever, according to the military commission ranks? She's not a member of the royal court. She won't go far. Lady Teresa and the region aren't blue blood devils either. Screw the royal court. Kasdel wasn't won by those old fossils huddling around in a circle. But they're the strongest. That's because it's almost time. Go to the machine and prepare to load. Did you hear the name they said? Ursula. Could it be? It's not necessarily the one we're thinking of. Sarkaz names are often code names or taken from legends. I'm going to assume this is Ursula. Ursula the Time Stealer. Ursula of the Lock and Key. It's a Sarkaz legend about the Fehrenmutt. Anyone could have drawn from it. Wait. Ursula the Time Stealer. What's the origin of your name, Hodera? Don't have one. Huh. Bells. Wait, over there. What's that? What was that? The hills are trembling. No, space itself is trembling. Ooh. Are they teleporting this? What the? What the hell? Okay, they they have that, I guess. What the shit? It actually kind of reminds me of the thing in Rhodes Island. For an instant, I see visions beyond reckoning. Ooh. Bloated emperors crumbling in halls of gold, ancient bloodborne cutting open their wrists to feed the newborn. Diabolic flames burning amber, demons with deer horns prowl beneath great bronze walls, offering battered willow wood. The one knot falls from nothingness, splitting into countless threads. A red-skinned monster cuts off its own horn, impaling its own chest with it. Well, this is very demonic. What the shit? Broken shards become whole again. I see a faraway city. Calm, peaceful, not yet wheeled, not yet drowned in hatred. Its beauty is absurd and out of place, even in a dream. For no reason at all, I am convinced that it was Kazdel, a home that was long ceased to exist from somewhere in history. I want to go there, go into there. I want to see what kind of life we once led. I lift my foot, but put it down in the same place again. I watch it quietly, until all is silent. Until... I mean, they can't get this thing out of here, right? The pathetic creature that is naught but bleached bones moves slowly. You're calling it a pathetic creature? What? Nerve strands reach out and grab the massive containers. It still roams this place. It is not dead yet. What the fuck? This is the cargo ship? It's so big. How did Theresis... It's really... Ursula, the Time Stealer. Ooh. What a coincidence, right? The legend of Ursula tells of Kazdel being attacked by a Ferrenmutt that could slow the time of all things and peer into the past through the fog. Through so many pasts the hero Ursula journeyed, rescuing their kin lost in the mirage of time. Who knew that I, who took the name by happenstance, would one day witness the legend with my own eyes? You've really ground those horns into shape, Innes. You could almost pass for a true blue Sarkaz. Ursula. Are you really going to betray General Manfred Hoderer? I knew you wouldn't kill Innes when I first heard the rumors, but the confidential nature of my work precluded a personal visit to Londinium to see you. Aren't you supposed to be the hand-picked successor to the Scar Market? Sounds like you're already the bone driver here. Is playing a hero of legend worth such loyalty and commitment? Ancient things not so appealing anymore. Only one stuck in the past would continue to use the name. You could give yourself a new name. How would old friends who come a long way to visit be able to find me then? Care for a drink? You didn't used to be a drinker. Used to, huh? You didn't used to swing your sword at me either, Innes. Oh, okay, we're just going into it, okay. Oh, this is the tutorial, right? What? Okay. This is probably gonna force this to activate and show what actually happens here. Okay, it's about to activate. It spawns them behind. Interesting. They come back to life, yeah. It's the blood-calling altars doing. The tactical witchcraft platform periodically recycles blood amber from dead vampire spawn to produce bloodborne spawn. We have to use W's anti-witchcraft repositionable bomb to destroy it. We can only maintain our lines for now. Oh, we actually get to see Innes. Her animation is, What does his thing do? I don't think I'm gonna use that. What is this? Bombs in position. We still need more manpower to fire up the bomb transport to get it to automatically move towards the altar. We can speed it up by attacking the transport, but enemies can slow the transport's movement speed with their attacks too. The bomb will explode once it reaches the altar, destroying it. Once it's gone, the blood amber will vanish on its own. Try and see it for yourself. So do I activate this? Yes. Okay, here we go. A bomb is being deployed. I guess I do this to move it. Okay, yeah, it needs to be attacked to move. Is this a healer? Oh, it is. Is it gonna get there? Oh, okay, it's quite effective. Cool. Okay, I understand the mechanic. We can do another one. I don't think there's a reason to, but why not? Actually, where's it even going to explode? Oh, the same spot? Does it explode? Okay, I don't think it explodes unless it comes into contact with that thing. So there's no point in spawning another one. Wait, is she from Syracuse too? Interesting. Alright, so I'm guessing we're just going to get the full mechanic rundown now. So this is the bomb. This is their pathing. Okay. This is perfect for Virtuosa, not gonna lie. Virtuosa and another AoE person can go here. And we can probably actually put Ascalon in this group. So I kind of want to keep Delphine. We don't need dual Centurions anymore. Let's what did I say I was gonna do? Virtuosa's already in. Yeah, Virtuosa's already in. No, stay. We want Ascalon. That's who we want. Ascalon. Do we want skill 1? We probably do just want skill 1, to be honest. Skill 2. Yeah, that's skill 2. Cool. We don't need as many tanks anymore. What other AoE thing do we have? Not much AoE there, actually. Actually, I wouldn't mind a little bit more of this. Beanstalk doesn't really work. It'd probably be Black Knight if I took another one. Don't think that's really needed though. Actually, I'm going to take Rosa. I think Rosa is going to absolutely shred, and I just updated her module so she deals even more damage to percentage health damage. You're going to be frontline. You're going to be just behind frontline. You're going to try and heal everyone. Oh, then we got the 2 AoEers. Another AoE, and then backup, and then Delphine because she's part of the main story. Okay, this should work. Yeah. The blood cooling altar. Oh, we're just going straight into it. No story. None. Alright. Ugh, they all spawn there. That's not great. I don't think I'm going to be able to destroy this. So this is going to spawn something, but that's okay. How quick is that going to spawn something? I believe. Oh, they spawn them all the way back here. Okay, that's not bad. I don't think these guys are ranged, so this is fine. I can spawn one, but I'm not sure it's going to get there, so we're just going to wait a little bit on that. Do we put Ascalon? I think we put Ascalon here. We're probably gonna have to use like Rosa here or something. Oh, they've got ranged. Oh, they've got ranged. Oh, that healer does not reach. There we go. She's dead. Oh, yeah, she's dead. That's unfortunate. Actually, I think I hit them. Yeah, I do hit them. Good. Okay, I'm going to spawn one. I believe it'll hit. Oh, we need to attack it to move it. Shit. Do we... Oh, this feels so dumb. That at least... Okay, we're going to do this. This feels so dumb, though. How quickly does it run out of energy? Okay, it's full energy. Let's see how quickly it runs out. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it runs out real quick. That's not going to power it up long at all. She doesn't reach. I think I have to get rid of... Oh, I can't put anything there to get rid of it. If I could go there, we would probably get it. But this guy's going to attack her. I have to wait. There's 2. Oh, he's going to go there too? Great. We could do this, actually. This is also kind of dumb, but Get there, get there.
さっさと片付ければ楽に終わる。
I don't think it's got enough energy. No. Oh, now it's in a really shit spot. We can hit it with Texas when she comes up again though. But honestly, we're kind of just surviving this. Yeah, she doesn't reach. Actually, I'm gonna pull her back. Texas is up soon. Alright, Texas is up. We should hit it with the AoE. Yeah, good. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. And big explosion. Boom. Done.
指定の位置に向かう。いつでも
Easy.
黄金にきらめいて。
Oh my god. Oh my god, the tick damage from Virtuosa. Disgusting.
戦争そのものに演奏する価値はないけれど、私は戦場に流れる。すべての音に耳を傾けるわ。それが英雄のものであっても、難民のものであってもね。
Oh my god, Virtuosa, stop. Voice line goes for days. Ooh, okay. Huh. So 100% we're keeping Ascalon for this central bit. I'm trying to think. We do have an invisible unit we could put down here just to get this thing to move. They're also giving me a melee spot here. I guess they want me to put a lord here? Probably want me to put a lord here? I'm not sure why. What lord works good here? I don't know of a health chunking lord. Yes, use it. So I think one lane will have Gavial, one lane will have Saria. Executor is becoming a little bit less useful. Take Cruise. Okay, I think this will work. Oh, we're just getting... Okay, we're just getting combat after combat. Okay. Okay. Kaishi. Where are the things? Oh, they're gonna spawn from them. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. So we're gonna get things that spawn differently? No. I think I actually want the healer here. Yeah, so I think we put Gavi here. Saria here. And I think we're probably gonna have to put a healer somewhere. I'm actually gonna put down Thingy as the healer. Yeah, that covers enough. Okay, these guys aren't terribly strong. They'll be kind of strong if they all spawn as a big group, but otherwise I think we should be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh! Oh my god, is that? That's stealthed, isn't it? Oh, that's annoying. I have nothing that reveals stealth. Absolutely nothing. I don't actually know how to get this one to move. I guess we could do this and it would move? Yeah, okay. Let's try it. Full speed ahead, go bomb, go! And then we'll put Suzerain. It'll get there. It'll probably stop here, won't it? Put Suzerain there to hit it. I don't know what I'm going to do about these invisible units. Is there anything I can do to them? I might be in trouble here. Because, yeah, they're just going to keep respawning. Are they even getting hit by Virtuosa's thing? Oh, it looks like they are getting hit by Virtuosa. Maybe Virtuosa can kill them? No, I don't think she can. Okay, that's frustrating. You, hit it. Get that bomb moving. Full speed ahead, baby. I'm gonna get overwhelmed on this top lane. Well, she can get pulled back now. What do you even do against this? I assume you just need Silver Ash. Which actually now makes sense why this is a Lord spot. I could put another healer just to make sure Gavi doesn't go down. Oh, come on, it's so close. Come on, Suzerain, keep hitting it. Hit the bomb, hit the bomb. Hit it. Keep it moving. For the love of God, keep it moving. Someone just died. Oh boy, Virtuosa just died. Another healer. Okay, the bomb went off. Oh, did they die? I don't think they can go invis anymore. I'm gonna wait till these guys move up. Oh, we can't get rid of that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, wait for the last one. Actually... Yes, he's in it. Suzerain, no! Alright, I think we got it. Easy. Fast forward. GG. These later stages are actually kind of easier than some of the earlier stages. They are introducing a new mechanic to me though, so understandable. Bumping into an old friend isn't necessarily a good thing for a Sarkaz. I may not be a Sarkaz, but I know to come prepared. When you're a kid, you're naive and stupid. A little camaraderie is enough to get you handing over your heartfelt trust. Even if the place where you built that camaraderie stinks as bad as Kazdel. Eventually, at some point, you grow up. Maybe it's the first time you kill someone. Maybe it's the first time you almost bleed out. Or maybe it's the first time you crawled out from under a pile of corpses. You start learning how to live in the grown-up world. You can be ruthless, you can use any means necessary. You can even throw your friends under the bus just to live on, and nobody will hold it against you. And then that contrived plot comes around and you bump into an old friend. Honestly, after all these years apart, even if you're old friends, do you really have that much to talk about? It's just, when you were young and stupid, you handed over that trust, you built a friendship. But when you're at that age, you have the unique opportunity to talk about friendship in Kazdel without being laughed at. Ursula, we're unloading. They're counting everything in at the warehouse. Same as before, steel, pure gold, originium, stuff like that. There hasn't been a personal transport in weeks. Sounds like most of the forces from the royal court in Kazdel are already here. That makes things easier on us. Back when the royal court guys were floating around, they'd come down here and complain to us. Made all sorts of trouble. Stop. That's enough for now. Oh, sorry. Hey, Commander. I've been posted to the way station for 6 months now. According to the rotation schedule, it's about time for me to... I haven't received any new orders for you. But your performance speaks for itself. I could approve 3 days leave for you. Oh, Ursula. But don't let it go to your head. Make sure to stay grounded. All your life in Kazdel, you were a cobbler. Your greatest accomplishment is nailing souls together. What are you in the running for unless you're prepared to blow yourself up? Ursula, you're no fun. Get out of here, kid. I watch Ursula's profile, the corners of her mouth curling up. Thinking back to then, she carries herself the same way at least. The young Sarkaz cobbler approaches Hodera and slyly hands him a flask. Hey, brother, hold on to this for me. Ursula can't go a day without the stuff. You're really something, man. Walking around with this piece at your side, and still... What's your mouth, cobbler? What's sweeter than honey? What's toxic as nightshade? Looks like he hasn't even had his coming of age yet. Those years with Her Highness Teresa did a lot to see these kids grow up nice and sheltered. And now he's in a war out here in Londinium. Huh. Brother and sister joined hands to create the worst joke in history. If only it wasn't a joke. If you open that notebook, I'm setting it on fire. Hodera quietly tucks away his notebook. You two haven't changed. That's nice. It's been years since that operation. Me and Hodera and W, the old W, got ourselves into trouble. Killed some people we shouldn't have killed. It's not just the Scar Market. Showing your faces in Kazdel would be trouble for you. I see your names there a lot, on the bounty lists. You're famous. I've never been a cheap date. Sure enough, Innes's investment paid off well. We were all so young. Getting old now. I'm a Sarkaz, you're a sheep. In theory, I'm gonna live longer than you, Innes. We're all infected, so this isn't about racial lifespans. Good point. I'll drink to you and wish myself good health. Remember you used to say that if a Sarkaz wants to live long, she needs to keep a clear head before somebody else trades it for coin. Whoever wants it can take it. Victorian, Sarkaz, doesn't matter to me. She leans in close, sizing me up, then glances at Hodera. You've got wrinkles in us. I died 3 times and only got a few wrinkles to show for it. I should thank the myriad souls. You don't thank them, you're a sheep. As for Hodera, you're missing an eye. Want to see the socket? It's all thanks to the fine Caprine woman right here. Lose an eye or lose your head. You had a choice. I guess Innes broke her heart when she made that move. Drop it. We're old friends getting together again. Can't we get back to a nice atmosphere of sentimental nostalgia? Talk about days gone by. Muse on the passage of time. We could talk about how you became the youngest major in the military commission, the driver of this skeletal Ferrenmutt, Commander Ursula. Oh, it's a Ferrenmutt. She must be keeping it no, Ferrenmutts are immortal. Why is it skeletal? Yes, we should talk about that. Otherwise, we are being who we are. We shouldn't be so warm and friendly. And we could also talk about you, these two Sarkaz. One Sarkaz trader and one sheep. Why are you popping up at a secret military commission site? I know you were detained by General Manfred Hodera, and you and Innes, who disrupted our operations, together with an obnoxious little girl planning bombs all around, stole into my territory in broad daylight. As an officer of the military commission, I can't very well let that go. It's 2 against 1 here, Ursula. Is it? Remind me, where are we again? Yeah, that was a dumb move. That was a dumb move. Huh. Since when? The girl wasn't like this before. You're welcome to try, Innes. She's wearing a smile, but she's dead serious. The most important thing I've learned over the years is to be true to my decisions. And Therasis is your decision. No, the military commission is. You decide to go with Babel, or what is it called now, Rhodes Island? And I decided to stand with the commission. We decided our paths a long time ago. Ursula, we can still... No. I know what you want, Hodera. You haven't changed a bit. But we're not those kids who strutted around cheery for a whole day on the back of a single bounty anymore. We don't get to relax after our missions these days. No idle afternoons on the streets of Kazdel. We are Sarkaz, or at least we're citizens of Kazdel. It's our responsibility to make those streets and alleys a better place. Kazdel is the main issue here, Ursula. Then you've got to admit the military commission is the best choice we've got. Even Her Highness Teresa wouldn't disagree. It was the 2 royals who made Kazdel into nomadic city, the both of them who made it possible for us to even talk about the future of the Sarkaz here. It was the same 2 royals who promoted me, giving a poor girl from the slums a chance to stand in the sight of the royal court among those pure and ancient bloodlines. Once trapped by naivety and compromise, the Sarkaz lose our chance at a true homeland. There's no room for me to hesitate here. The military commission, it's the foundation for Kazdel to become a nation. Will there even be a Kazdel once this war is over? All I know is I'm not a traitor. Oh, they fighting. Sure, we were prepared to bump into the old friend from the beginning. Hodera tacitly crosses from my side to confront this stupid girl, the major of the military commission. 10 minutes, that's my limit. Get as much intel on that thing as you can. Oh, he's just going to try and hold them all off? Okay. I bypass several Sarkaz blocking my way, shadows entwining their ankles. I leap up, climbing the nerve clusters of this terrifying creature, the slippery feeling making me slightly sick. Is this a Ferrenmutt? I've never seen one before. Show me the secrets hiding in your mind. This isn't a good section to walk on. My luck has been pretty bad lately, always ending up on the body of some kind of monster. Last time it was the Revenant, this time it's whatever this is. I hope I don't have to jump off it this time. These nails piercing its spine must be some kind of witchcraft device. Are those nerve clusters trembling? Does this thing still have a will of its own? She's here! Ugh. How are they so quick? They climb up the skeleton in hot pursuit. The sinews between the bones become something like a ladder for them, with the splinters of fallen bone serving as their weapons. They know war. Ursula's trained a real elite unit, but they couldn't stand to work in some variety. Rip. All they've got on me is numbers. A foreboding instinct pops into my head and I instinctively dodge to the side. A huge cluster of nerves comes crashing down and the bone fragments I've been standing on shatter and crumble. It's so hard on itself. Looks like every bone fragment, every bundle of sinew here could be a deadly weapon. That's a pain. The nerve cluster wraps around again. I sink my dagger into it so hard that it recoils violently, carrying me high into the air. Alright, so it has the most basic of reflexes. Good enough. There's a cabin up ahead. Right, here. With all my might, I grab the dangling bundle of nerves and leap away. What the... Alright, I need to go to the toilet. I'm gonna be back real quick. Dust everywhere from wind-weathered bone. This should be the center. No clear interface. Is it driven purely by witchcraft? A willing slave or marionette controlled by strings? You dodged my artsiness. That should have gone right through your heart. You still haven't fixed that old habit of yours. Your casting always deviates a little to the left. Lucky I've been on the bad end of that enough times. Are you in a hurry? Did Hodera make a fool out of you? It's fragile, isn't it? Not as honest as it seems. You're welcome to guess. If we get the chance, I'd really like to hear about those 3 deaths you mentioned. Must be a thrilling story. You want to try once? No, I'd rather us live. If you can make it through the chaos and live on, that is. A tremendous force flips me over. The nerve bundle sweeps away, trying to tug me with it. The Ferrin mud is gradually swinging its body. We've built a lot of cabins here, and the thing tends to drift in the space. What if the ferment wanders when I'm not in one of the cabins? I really don't want to find out. I'm not Hodera. I'm not into becoming history. Shadows like blades sweep through the Hall of Bone. Save what's left of your dignity in us. There's no point. Your shadows can't protect you from the might of a Ferrin mutt. Weathered bone dust takes flight again, filling my vision. Thanks for the reminder. Hodera! What he doing? What he doing? Oftentimes, even I have to admit that Hodera makes a pretty good partner. I'm actually glad we didn't betray each other. It's hard to find a Sarkaz like him. The past was tough and the future's gonna be tough too. The dim firelight rises with the dust, twisting. His figure emerges from the embers, sparks in the wind singe his cloak and my hair. And sometimes, only sometimes, I'm willing to tolerate his obnoxious arts. We're well past the age when we can talk about friendship. But I'd rather live in a future Kasdel that keeps the silly naivety we always laughed at. The turbulence is intensifying. I grab his hand. I forgot to tell you, Hodora. General Manfred gave me your book. It's pretty good, I have to admit. You gathered up the bits and pieces, arranging them in chronological order, thinking you found the thread. But you've been running all this time. Do you plan to do this forever? Drop it, Ursula. Time to say goodbye. Hodora, you're jumping with me this time. Don't get swept away by the turbulence of history. Never forget the present, the life that you're living. You're the boss. Boiling shadows point the way for us, scorched dust carrying us along. The illusions shift before our eyes. When I'm falling fast enough, I suddenly realize that history really does look pretty fragile and hypocritical. I see a vast and familiar battlefield, one of the war zones from Kasdel where the flames are still burning. I recall the past. Hodora always wanted to steer clear of the war that tore apart his people. I forced myself to turn my head while he single-mindedly focused on finding a suitable landing zone. Run away from the war, huh? We weren't at Babel when Her Highness came under attack. We could have left Kasdel straight away. Why did we go back for W? Why join Reunion? Why lay low in Londinium all this time? What is Hodora fighting for anyway? What am I fighting for? I don't actually know Hodora's abilities. Is he able to go through time? Is that what he's doing? Like teleporting through time almost? Oh wait, no, they're still here. He's doing something with illusions, but I'm not sure what he's doing. We break through the earth. The illusions vanish and we see what was always there. He grabs my arm, telling me to be ready. Arts envelope us and my vision clears. Shadows rise from the ground. Maybe we stopped running a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know what his arts does. I should probably look into that. Ooh, the next one's like a big old story. Okay, yeah, I think we'll do this, and then this will be the final bit before we call it for tonight. Yeah. Those espying the crown. It's no use fleeing. The bloodline's predestiny will always catch up in the end. The myriad souls lie prostrate. Howling knocks on the door from beneath. Tangible usurps the intangible. Kyusatsujas bears witness. The black crown imprisoned, the offender perpetually innocent. Because kings are born before immortality. Oh, we're going back to Kaji? Ooh. You guys have been kind of hidden for a while. Is W back yet? Oh, and Shining, I forgot. No. The time she's spent on this mission has already exceeded our worst case calculations. How's Nightingale going? Shining looks past the window and at Nightingale sleeping soundly under the trees outside. Not great. Liz has never been more stable than she is right now, The amount of originium in her body is rising. It's highly likely her nociceptors will be affected. This can't be an ordinary infection symptom. Perhaps it's due to the Sarkaz witchcraft devices on the battlefield. Or maybe the whispering of the Revenant. I don't know. There's no way I can tell Liz that I feel her pain, for I have no idea what's going on. But yesterday, she was happily telling me how she hasn't been feeling any pain in her dreams for a long time now. You're hesitating. You've been like this ever since you returned from the Confessarius place alone. Do you remember what you told me when you applied to come with me to Londinium? To heal Liz, Dr. Kauji. This goal I've never wavered on, ever. We may not know the exact status of her illness, but we all know what it means to heal her. The things we need to do will not change. On this I'm clear. I have faith in you both. The way you look at Nightingale isn't just with compassion. You're not just her doctor, just healing your fears too. Her body has its issues, but she's a member of the Followers, as well as your companion, and not a delicate flower that needs your protection. The Confessary secret is truly a sickening affair, but we might only be able to uncover the truth by facing the abomination lurking in the utmost depths head on. I know you may be somewhat worried, but as I said when we first agreed to work together, Rhodes Island will help you if you ever need a hand. Thank you, Dr. Kaushi. A blue foul beast chirps as it lands on Shining's shoulder. This is Liz's usual way of greeting her. Liz is awake. I'll go fetch her. I'm fine, Shining. You don't have to look after me so meticulously. Liz, we were just discussing your condition, and there are some signs that aren't too great. The vicinity of Londinium has turned into a war zone, and there are some things that are affecting your health. Dr. Kaushi and I are currently discussing our next course of action. This place is also just a temporary foothold. Shining, come here. Closer. All right. Look at you. Why wear that face when you've already made up your mind? We can't run forever. The way things are now, we might as well confront them with our dignity intact, right? I know you'll stay with me, so I'd rather stay here and be a little more proactive. Liz, be strong, Shining. Your brows have been knitted ever since you met with them. Are you nervous? Oh, right. While I was napping under the tree earlier, I had a dream. I think we were children walking in a stream. The water didn't even reach our calves. It was cold but very pleasant. We didn't speak, only walking along quietly. And then I woke up. I saw a strange foul beast pecking at its own plumage. It seemed to be pecking at its bruise-covered body until it was entirely covered in blood. It gazed at me with a pleading look in its eyes, crying as it huddled in its own nest, but it was not liquid pouring down its face. It was white wax. Even its mess of feathers were all frozen, and it was still chirping before it died. Kwei Satsu Taj bears witness. I'm just going to say Chu. Kwei? Maybe Kwei. It was a strange melody that sounded like Kwei bears witness. Liz? Shining spots a black foul beast resting on the tree, weakly nesting on a crown made of dead branches. It looks back at Shining, and a trembling cry resounds from its syrinx, a rhythm permeating. Black feather floats from the crown of dead branches. It covers everyone's vision despite its tiny size. You led me here, and so I've come to take you home, Liz. Monster. Return from whence you came. The structure is so fragile. It seems Theris's blade is sharper than I imagined. Oh, it's this bitch? Alright. Watch out, Shining! It's fine, Liz. He can't harm me. You've regressed. It'll be a challenge to return your body to its peak condition. That will eat into my experimentation time. To think you'd willingly leave that sordid lair of yours. The black foul beast rests on the dead branches in the Confessarius's hands. Its robust body is covered by an abundance of feathers shining with luster. It was reborn so easily and instantly from corruption. It seems like you're anxious about something as well. We've already arrived at the gate. We've made great strides in our experiments, even just knocking softly on the door. You must attend the final ritual. Monster, meltdown. 5 minutes will be enough, Salus. Stop her with your life. Do not let them hinder me. Of course. A black curtain of satin drapes down. It binds the howling monster in multiple layers, giving it less and less space to struggle. Come on, monster, break out, easy. Her arts are black. Is that Amia's? What have you done to her? No. They didn't defeat her. I should have been able to present the King of Sarkaz to the leader unharmed. It's a pity. But no matter, even just getting a glimpse can let the fake take another step forward. So, little creature, don't disturb our leader at work. Follow me elsewhere to wait till he's done. Wait, is she taking Monster away? Monster! Dr. Kaushi, you're in no shape to exert yourself. I said last time that our next meeting would be on the battlefield. Oh, then why are you concealing your sword even now? You swore to sever your ties with our lineage when you left home, and this whole time I've been looking forward to you for your return and fulfill your promise. I gave you time, but you disappoint me again and again. We were supposed to produce the next me. We would have created the most intangible bloodline in the last 100 years. Sharp, but so impure. What's happened to your soul? Did you think you still had hope to cling on to after leaving us? Liz, come back. I won't let you manipulate me. Oh, you're a creation that has surpassed my expectations. You're supposed to be just a shell, and yet you can touch me? Now, Shining. I can't hold on much longer. A strange feeling surges from within Shining. Nightingale is resisting the Confessarius, and even suppressing him. The ancient devil's soul has never manifested in such a vulnerable state before. Bloodline, the word itself sounds unreal, but at this moment there only seems to be an extensive crack of blood right in front of her eyes. But Shining hesitates. Why is this so simple? How could it be this simple? Nightingale, stop. It's a trap. He's waiting for your arts to resonate. Time slows down. Monster fights with Salus as Kaushit yells out. Everything flows past like streams of light. Both you and I know where fate will lead us. Those without self-awareness will only trap themselves in their own pitiful cage. It's futile to despise your bloodline and resist your fate. No one can deny the natural gifts bestowed by our bloodline. I'll do for you what you're hesitating to do, to crack an opening in the cage. Enter it with me, and I'll bring you back onto the right track. Think it through before you make your choice. What he do? A white sword pierces through a heart atop a stone platform covered with dead branches. Shining remembers the first time she cried. She remembers just how amazing it was, the birth of an unexpected emotion. A brand new soul is carved anew under the blade. I've seen pain, your tears. Accidents are bound to bring surprises. You could have stopped your explorations here and now, but you just can't bear to destroy the ignorant consciousness in that hollow shell. And so you sow memories into the empty husk instead. She's Liz. She shouldn't. You did this of your own free will, filled up this consciousness with a name, with Liz. Oh, here we go. Liz is afraid of the completely silent person sitting across from her at the long table. They agreed to sit here every night at the same hour for dinner together. But the white-horned Sarkaz opposite her with a sword in her hands no longer speaks or moves outside of recording her every action she can remember today. Liz always asks herself, have I done something to upset her? Liz misses the beautiful memories of how their lives were before. I keep having the same dream every day. The dream of us as children, walking in a stream hand in hand. Then I flew upwards, and kept going higher and higher. You couldn't hold me back, and I saw you crying from the clouds. Every time when I wish to return to your side, I always wake up in pain. I ache from your suffering, and I want to bear it for you. I just need you to tell me why you feel like this. Quay. Oh, is Quay Shining's name? Ooh. Quay. This name means inseparable hope, our destiny. Poor Liz. She thinks it's all her fault because of the momentary kindness you showed her. I've already abandoned that sinful name. I'm called Shining now, and will always be. Is that so? Are you sure you can resist your family's destiny that has carried on for a millennium? I'm looking forward to it. Liz holds the blue foul beast rescued from the river in her hands. The indigo feathers are trembling, and the cold river water makes her shiver. She thought Quay would get angry at her, but the sorrowful Sarkaz merely weaves a brand new birdcage for Liz. Put it inside and it'll stay safe, always. I'm sorry, Quay. I didn't mean to endanger myself by going into the river to save it. But I just couldn't watch it die. I became fond of it the moment your family gifted it to me. It likes to fly freely, but once it gets too far away from me, it seems to lose its life and falls into the river. You say I did something similar yesterday, but I have no recollection of that at all. But I'll listen to you and put it inside the cage. I'll keep it safe. Please don't get angry. I promise you something so foolish as this won't ever happen again. The cage has finally accepted their own duty, and you have also realized your own destiny. The more fragments and lies you fill her up with, the more confusion and suffering she goes through. I've lifted those dusty fragments for her. There's no undoing her awakening, and eventually, she will suffer as her rootless consciousness crumbles. I won't let that happen, Father. I'll end our sins with my own hands, and Liz will be cured. And what next? Isn't her regaining the truth the very thing you fear, my dear sister? This is the source of your woeful hesitation. I tolerate you wandering around with this receptacle, continuously strengthening this fragile cage, because I trust you to cherish it with your all, and you never disappoint me. Eventually you'll come back to my side with the cage in tow. That's what you've done. Look, she even tried to cage me in, to create an opportunity for you to defeat me. Your rebellious love for her and her fate-resisting conscience have sadly only become another catalyst together. You even want to use the hope she found herself. Shining, are you here? I can sense your breathing, but I can't see you. I'm here, Liz. She can't hear your voice. We're walking within her tattered consciousness. Inside the cage, Shining sees the blue foul beast, huge enough to fill her vision. Giant grey eyes look down on her. She's unable to see herself reflected in them. The foul beast's sharp beak opens and closes. A mellow voice trails in from nowhere. Shining, there's a vague question echoing in my head together with a name that stings me, but I can't recall it at all. I might be able to remember if after we leave this place. I found I can share the pains of others and slow down their lives withering away. You said we'd go to faraway places to find a way to cure me, and maybe I can cure others in pain along the way too. She's submerged in those disorderly and fragmented memories, and will eventually lose herself in them. Or perhaps she'll go mad, or maybe she'll end her own life before that happens. But you know how to solve this, Quay. I've taught you. Draw your sword and cut down your blood relatives here and now. Our souls will reconnect with your sword as a bridge, and you will give birth to ancient power. This is your inescapable destiny. Become one with me and use the remains of your bloodkin to nourish her consciousness that will stay shattered otherwise. Forgive me, Liz. Shining clutches the sword in her arms, and the Confessarius's hand is already pressing on the scabbard. At last, Quay. Day and night are about to pour out from the sheath, but a single hand holds onto Shining's sleeve. Don't do it. Shining, I like your new name much better. Liz? I feel like I've slept for a long time, lost myself within an infinity of fragments. But I heard your voice and you guided me to a place buried underneath the countless fragments. I dug up some of my splintered memories there, and I still haven't remembered them all. But I've recalled the question that I should have given you my answer to long ago. I forgave you long ago, even before you resolved to seal all the memories of that laboratory away. So I'm angry with you for deciding to act on your own without asking me. Liz, I've always loved the name you chose for me. Don't run away and bear everything by yourself. Didn't we promise to face it all together? Shining sees Nightingale's eyes and her smile. When she comes back to her senses, the hand has already quietly slipped away from her sleeve. A tragedy we have here, but the ending has already been determined. You killing me will turn you into the breeding ground for the next in our bloodline. Or you can look on helplessly as you watch me take her away and drown in your regrets after. It's all the same, sister. Sir, we need to retreat. Oh, Ascalon's still chasing them. Ah! How many bloodlines have you yet to touch, Chimera? Show me. How many times can you put blood back into your body and tell yourself your own fate? Your little monster's copy is quite poor. Is this because you're not as strong as you were before your rebirth? Or is Dame Cowshit, beloved of all tribes, even more injured than I thought? Quay, the other part has chosen you. So what will you bring him? The name Quay itself is the answer. Inextinguishable hope. Quay, the cage is already awake. If you continue to keep her by your side, she will only, like the dewdrops of early dawn, evaporate and fade away in the light. I will take her away, and I will help you maintain her. I will help you make amends. I'll forge this cage into a crown. And then we will be, the king of Sarkaz for all eternity. There's no point in chasing after him. Take stock of our losses and prepare to move at once. We still have unstabilized wounded, but our cover here has already been blown. Dr. Kaji. Operator Nightingale is an employee of the Rhodes Island Medical Department, and we will not allow anyone to take her away or to do harm. But we might place her in greater danger if we make any rush moves. After all, we're facing an immortal lord of fiends that has been coveting the crown for thousands of years. Quay, the one who knocks on the door, the king of usurping kings. I knew the threat of the Confessary since the days of Babel, even though my numerous countermeasure attempts were all in vain. Therasis concealed them so well that everyone merely thought of them as the Regent's guards. Please, be at ease. I know what we have to do now. I thought you'd be less calm than this. What's your plan? Liz. She has made her own choice. A choice even I had never dared to think of. Daring, aggressive, and also the most effective method. It seems like the one afraid of loss and death has always been me. What I need to do, is to catch up to her. I believe in you both. How's Amia, Ascalon? She and the doctor were also beset by the Confessary's surprise attack, and are now with Logos. Amia has been affected with some kind of witchcraft. The one who they call Salus tried to seize the King of Sarkaz's power from her directly and failed, but Amia's current condition is very strange. She's fallen into a coma. Amia's connection with the Lord of Fiends is only growing stronger, so we can only place our faith in her. We also discovered several of the vampire's art circles, accompanied by some allusions from history. The doctor mentioned that the originium used to build these art circles was very special. Special. Well then, Lord Demazi, I thank you for your assistance. What do you seek from us? We seek change, to hone ourselves, and meaning. We seek the meaning of living a long and disordered life. You show it to us, and we will verify it. That's all. Wait, Kaoshi's already gone through a long life like that. Tell Closure and Feist to sweep this place thoroughly. We'll leave in 3 hours. Leave a message for W to head towards Brentwood as per our original plans. We really have to hurry. The Demazi changing sides is interesting, but the Demazi is also this like weird wild card. It's like on a whim, he will just switch to the other side just because it interests him. Hey, Uncle Noel. The lens in my glasses fell out again. I told you so many times your ears are too soft. You grip on the frame so hard every time you feel your glasses sliding down that you break and change their shape. So of course the lens won't stay in place. Let me have a look. It's because you gave me such a heavy pair to wear. But I found a better method. Look. Little Susanna pulls out 2 leaves from behind her and wedges the stems on her ears, with the tips resting on her nose bridge. Ah, glasses of green fashioned from leaves. Ta-da! What do you think? Can you see with them? I can, really. Just face the sun like this. The child goes over to Noel and puts 2 leaves on his eyes. Noel's vision is filled with a verdant green. Alright, kid, you... just look. Leaf veins. The sunlight at noon in the forest is not very strong, but it is enough to shine through the thin leaves and reveal their interlaced veins, clear for all to see. How is it? You can see, right? You won't see anything interesting with that frown always on your face, Uncle Noel. He stares blankly at the sun with the leaves covering his eyes. I can't see anything at all. But I know of a story from Yan of the East, a tale of missing the forest for the leaves. Nuh-uh, not listening. You're as boring as ever, Uncle Noel. The child with the glasses made of leaves comes and goes like a breeze and disappears into the distant camp in the blink of an eye. It seems like you don't get along with the children, Mr. Noel. If it isn't Tallulah, done with work. I told that story to my son once, however, he didn't like hearing my stories either. Maybe I'm just not suited for it. You have an abundance of experience, even if we only know it from a smattering of phrases. An average downtrodden Victorian optometrist who fled here after his shop was taken away from him amidst the war. He sympathized with the infected who were being discriminated against, and so chose to join their group and help out a little with his abilities. You've always displayed a respectable character ever since I got to know you, Mr. Noel. But it's because of that, Please, speak your mind, Tallulah. I'm just curious why a long-lived like you would deign to conceal your identity and do such insignificant things. I noticed, of course. This is still much better than the worst-case scenario I thought of. However, you can deny it, and we'll speak of it no more. I'll tell Nine, though. I won't. Noel smiles, plucks a leaf and fiddles with it. There are actually many Victorians who I'm well acquainted with that know my identity. I only wish to avoid scaring my travel companions. But I'd like to correct you on one point, Tallulah. I'm not deigning to act like this. My longevity aside, I doubt I'm any more talented than ordinary people. The long-lived gain their longevity through different means, as diverse as the originium arts they use. But we aren't always influential figures, Tallulah. In fact, I'm much more interested in your story. A descendant of the Red Dragon, founder of Reunion, and the leader of the infected movement that took off in Ursus. To think you'd still act so shrewdly towards a so-called long-lived. Who exactly are you, Mr. Noel? Just some guy. 150 years ago, I was telling my third son the fables I learned from my travels in Yan, and he left my side from impatience. And as I stood before his granddaughter's granddaughter, I was once again a stranger in a large family. So now I harbor anger and pain inside me, giving up entirely on both family and love as I try to locate the villain hiding in Victoria who manipulated my fate. I spent the last century researching the long-liveds and gods, the masterminds, the immemorials, and myself. I tried to benefit from the system of nobility to hone my originium arts, to accumulate wealth and exchange it for secrets. I tried every method you can fathom to get closer to the truth, but I haven't been successful at all. I didn't manage to become nobility or wealthy. I only had a little shop. That's all I really had. Combat abilities-wise, I might not even be able to defeat Mr. Guard. Time has only taught me to recognize the reality that I hold no talents at all. That's the story of an ordinary person, Tallulah. This tale I can freely share with you. Noel drops the leaves that were in his hand, and the breeze blows them far away. He dusts himself off and picks up his suitcase once more. Please, rest assured I hold no ill intent towards you all. I only wish to find the hands of fate that cursed me. She hides behind the country, treating her monarch as her glove, and the city-state her chessboard. She merely looks upon everything labelled Victoria with a cold gaze. If needed, Victoria can even be destroyed and rebuilt, and topped off with a new flag after. How can I believe she isn't involved in our current turmoil of absurdity? She's definitely hiding within the Dukes, watching the Sarkaz and Victorians engage in mutual slaughter. Bloodshed and sacrifice are merely heartless parameters and indicators to her. Perhaps you might have been manipulated by a similar pair of hands before you have royal blood before you. Wait, what? Hands before. You have royal blood running through your veins after all. She has no reason to let you nor Alistair's daughter go. Me. I do know another conspirator, but he doesn't deserve to be called a god, nor can he manipulate my fate. But that's exactly how they live on, Tallulah. I want to know how to kill them, or perhaps how to kill myself. It's getting late. I need to fix little Susanna's glasses. Mr. Noel, you... Tallulah, the reason why I willingly tell you all of this and why I joined Reunion, do forgive my selfishness, it is due to the intuition that I've honed by the extra century I've lived. You too have resisted such a predetermined fate. All of you here have. So he's revealing that there's a duchy, or a duchess, I guess, who is behind all of this, pulling the strings, watching all the chaos that may be a long life species. I don't think it would be a beast lord. I don't think that makes sense. But maybe something to do with a... maybe not a Ferren Mutt. I guess we'll find out. Oh, but that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Oh, where did we get up to actually? 13:10? Oh, we did another 10. That's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. So we're well on getting to... well, we're basically halfway at this point. So I expect like another 2 operations and the story's just going to start going mental. As it usually does. I still need to figure out when to do Babel as well, because I still need to do the final... I still need to do the final thing of Babel, and I have 3 days remaining. I might do that Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the following day. The only thing that concerns me is if I get to a really crazy bit in the main story. I don't want to, like, cut that and go to here, so it might actually be worth doing this tomorrow. Yeah, actually, you know what? I feel like we're at a good stopping point, like a middle, let's take a breath, let's go back to Babel, do the hard parts of Babel, and then we'll come back the next day and continue on with the main story, which brings us to Wednesday. We'll get up to Operation 20 on Thursday, which we might be able to push and finish off. And then be ready for Friday and the weekend to go into episode 14. Yeah. Alright, that is me though. Whew, I am pretty exhausted after that, to be honest. Whew. Alright. I will catch you guys, expected to be tomorrow, as we continue... actually, no, as we jump into Babel. We just made that decision. As I jump into the Babel extremes and finish off all those medals. And then the day following, we will continue with the main story. Cool. Alright, I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Been a long night and I can feel your anger. When the city of light is shrouded in the shadow. Tomorrow brings another day of sorrow, but I can feel it anymore. We could be fine to stay where we are now. No, but this game of running ends here and now. But sorry, I won't be the same again. Fires lit and blazing through the darkness, burning her surrounded by the sirens, waking up the people in the silence. Just follow me, yeah. Electricity is running through my veins. Our history won't be written in chain. Do I lose myself of what I've done? The price won't be in vain. Muddy side, we fight so hard to swallow all the pride, but the time has come for light to shine away. The story will be told, we will never be alone, yeah. I don't mind if you're gonna change your mind, 'cause we're running out of time, bound into the afterlife. But can you feel the pain inside my head? This burden that we always carry. Show me, can you fight instead? But sorry, I won't be the same again. Fires lit and blazing through the darkness, burning her surrounded by the sirens, waking up the people in the silence. Just follow me, yeah. Do I lose myself of what I've done? The price won't be in vain. And muddy side, we fought so hard to swallow all the pride, but the time has come for light to shine away. The story will be told, we will never be alone, yeah. So tell me how you feel. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna stay tonight. I don't wanna stay tonight. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna stay tonight. I don't wanna stay tonight. 'Cause I don't want no